rocket scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Charts, midnight glory, heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with their AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, and tracking the charts. Midnight glory. Time to reinol, it's blending. Mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, let's fight. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
Whoopsie, sorry, knocked over my water bottle there. I was trying to be all suave about it. My mic's on this like swivel arm that can like it's low profile, so it swivels across the desk like I don't know, like this much above. And so I like it folds, so it kind of like when you do it, it kind of folds in like this too. So I can take the mic, I can swing it out this way, and then I can fold it in. And then it like I have an L-shaped desk, right? So that it goes in between the two desks at an angle. Not on my gaming desk and on my other desk. But anyways, when I swing it out sometimes, it just knocks everything over. This is what happens. So it's like I'm bowling over here as I'm knocking it around. What's up, guys? Good morning. There goes my swapping tree. I was like trying to be all smooth about it. What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hit the like button on the way in. You know what to do. Thank you guys for being part of the channel. We had record views last week, more than we've ever had before, and we're still growing and growing and growing. It feels like it's just, I don't know. I think it's taken about 6 years since COVID for a lot of the gurus and furus and phonies to just start falling off and going back to work, right? I was reading this morning on Twitter, another one bites the dust. Another huge streamer, someone that had numbers like ours, came out and said, just FYI, I'm not really profitable. It just seems like, I don't know if maybe the pressure just gets to people or they get caught, but this is why transparency is important. The million challenges shown on screen, with the risk of losing money in front of people, with the risk of blowing up on screen, with the risk of people heckling me. Boy, I've had that the whole way up, but I'm at the top of anybody out there doing this on YouTube, yet I still do it in front of your face. And that's why it's important for transparency. Every single day, all day, every day, watch what's going on. You see the screen. There's lots of tricks people do out there. Trading off screen, showing you on screen what's profitable. Mine is on screen from the moment of entry to the moment of exit in dedicated real estate, top of the screen. 0 people streams. I've now gone through every major influencer, whatever stream out there and watched them. Tons of my friends, love them to death. Nothing, no shade being thrown about anybody, but 0 people have dedicated real estate on their screen that I've seen trading on screen. When they say they trade on screen, we're unique. We do it different. It's literally on screen, the whole journey. Well, while I'm streaming, of course. Sometimes I'll trade it like at night and stuff, but not always streaming. Anyways, my socials were lit up this morning too. Another thing happened. So I'm the kind of, I don't throw shade on names. People do their thing, but just letting you know that's what transparency is important out there. Crazy, right? All right. So we got some giveaways today. Don't forget to hit the like button. Let me load up here. I am now at $455,000 on the journey to journey to $1 million. And everybody's like talking about this Larry Williams thing. Okay. So y'all tell me something. Apparently, the Larry Williams had 11,000% in a year. That's only what, 110x, right? If I take this 100K account or plus whatever I've added or whatever, and I take it to, well, actually, no. It's to grow an account. If I could get 11,000%, I don't know if I'm going to, but if I guess I'd have to take it to 11 million, right? From 100K. That's my math, right? I used to be really good at math. I'm old sometimes. So 11,000% on 100K is what, 11 million, right? If I take it to 11 million, will I be the world record, the best day trader to ever live? Would that be it? Would that be it? Literally, I saw there was conversation this week, and I had a couple of posts I made went viral. So there was a conversation this weekend. People were having like, Matt, you should go for Larry Williams' thing. And I was like, I don't know, man. That's like a fluke. It's completely a statistical outlier. He had it. There's no way you're making that every year, right? I had the hardest time believing that actually happened, but apparently everyone says it's real. Okay, so it's real. But there's no way you're gonna 110x an account easily without some market assistance and a lot of luck and a lot of skill. You need like the perfect storm of is the music loud? My music isn't loud right now. Is it? It's like turned down as low as it can go. Anyways, we're gonna get going here because I'm curious if y'all think that's possible. So this is not me saying I'm going for it, okay? This is not Matt saying he's gonna go for Larry Williams' thing. But if I make it to 11 million in this account and I do it, would that make me the world record day trader? Y'all have speculated that I'll hit 1 million in the next 2 weeks. All I have to do is keep scaling up higher and higher and higher and higher. Make it to 100. This is not me saying, don't clip this and be like, Matt said he's gonna do it. It's not me saying I'm gonna do it. I'm saying that if I did that, would that make me the best to ever do it? Apparently, according to the Guinness Book of World Records. Is it got like a Guinness? I'm just laughing at this. It's like, remember that? It's like the Robbins Cup champion, and then his daughter went and also like crushed it or something the next year. The actress. Always found that story a little interesting to be like the best day trading record. So someone started with 1K and ran to 30s. I've done that plenty of times as well. Like I've done like 1K to 100Ks. I've done like stuff like that. 1 million to 1 billion will be fair. Okay, I'll do that. You guys got it. Clip it. 1 billion coming up. Okay, I'm starting out the day. Just jokes aside, I always like the little icebreaker and start the market. Jokes aside, the full account is up here. This is the account number on the screen, the net lick on the screen, the dollar amount that's made $18,000 last night. I was shorting out the door on the failed gap fill down the MHP. That was a pretty solid, easy setup. We are still in that liquidity crisis going on. I didn't hold it further than here. I closed out once I got my 100 points, pretty much here, and then just let it do its thing. I managed to request a bunch of profit. I've got my take profit ROI up to about 5x now. I posted on Twitter the requests I made. And you guys know, like, I posted what I paid in. So, in full transparency, I'm the only person on planet Earth that also does that, which is post what I pay in, not just what get paid out, which again, this is the big scheme that everyone out there does. No one wants to let you know that they don't make money doing this. I firmly believe at this junction, as far as YouTube goes, I can't name another person except for maybe Rips going on there right now. I know people give Brian a lot of hate for cheesing the Apex thing, but Brian's making money too. So, I mean, there's not a lot of people out there really doing that on YouTube. So we commit to that transparency here and let you see everything. My 4 Funded Next accounts right here. These are Funded Next Legacy 100Ks. These are 3 of these are 150K TPT Pros. 2 of these are 50K TPT Pros. I posted a screenshot of what I paid in total. All of my accounts exist in one page. There's not hundreds and thousands of blowups. I should be getting thrown to live any moment now. Somebody said it takes about a week to happen. One of my accounts made 10,000 in a day, so apparently that pushes you to live. Rips crushes it too. Yeah, that's why I said Rips. Rips is good. Rips is probably the only person I would say on YouTube that's at my level as far as like likes to throw some bets out there. He's a high roller. I'm a high roller. Everyone else on YouTube, when I say my level, I mean they take it cautious. They're like, you know, trading props or, you know, tiny accounts, things like that. Rips swings to the fence like I do sometimes. He'll be making $100,000 plays and shit, which I like. I think that's cool. That's why we connect. There's very few people out there that are like stepping down to YouTube from their life that they have, and I guess stepping down is the wrong word, but like you know, taking their time to YouTube. That show you like, hey, here's some big money plays. I like that. I think that's cool. It's exciting. It's exciting to see someone out there that's a high roller. Okay, and let me get my old setup here because it's Monday and I restart my computer, everything. Everybody hit the like button. Do me a favor at first. Hit that like button. Always do that first. Wait, where is my thing here? Tons of deals going out right now, and I heard through the pipeline there's a really big Funded Next deal coming out soon. Let me double check that. All right, so I got Tradeify going on right now with 40%, MFV Rapid 20% off. Still been working really hard on getting that My Funded Futures event coming out. We're about to host the biggest trading event that's ever existed in the history of trading as far as like what it is. I can't hint what it is, but if you think of a tournament, think of something more than a tournament. It's big. We're planning it. We're working on it. Making a little bit of headway on that this last week. The prop scoring website that we built that ranks prop accounts and prop firms against each other, the dynamic scoring system, which is so cool. I mean, I can't wait for you guys to check it out. The goal of it is that you're actually going to be able to answer the question that I get asked a million times. Hey Matt, who's better, Lucid or Tradeify? And then when you ask anybody that, you're going to get somebody tell you an answer. Do you guys know what the preferred answer is amongst your peers and gurus? You know what they're going to tell you? Their favorite is the one that cuts in the higher commission check. That's the easiest funnel. Most people are like, TPT is my favorite, right? TPT is known in the industry as paying the highest commissions. You hear people say that all the time. Are they really better though, right? And that's the question you want to ask, because you never know. So we've created a math-based system that ranks firms against each other, and not only ranks them against each other, but competes them against each other. So an example is 2 firms with identical stats, we're gonna have the same score. But everything is scrutinized. If one firm is slightly better than the other, their score is gonna be much higher. It's a clear scale that looks like this on who's actually better at the top. Everybody that's just kind of average is going to have like a lumped together score that are very similar, but people are going to stand out as outliers. And so if a firm comes in better than everyone else's score goes down. So you can't just sit there and have good stats and have a 9 out of 10. If you're a 9 out of 10 and someone comes in at a 9.2, you go down to like an 8.8. So whoever is best will push everybody's score down. It's like the chess ranking system, the ELO system, but it's modified for this particular purpose. So the only way that you become ranked higher is that not only do you have better stats, but you have better stats than the person above you. So it anchors everybody in a fixed place. So the answer to the question would be like, you come out and say today, Funded Next, I'm not saying today, make an example. This is a random prop firm, just throwing Funded Next and there's a name. Today, Funded Next has created a 40% off sale with no DLL, but Top Step is now lowering their activation fee by $20 and subtracting a day off of how long it takes to get the payout. Which one's the better value? And the moment it happens, we'll have the answer for you mathematically. The better value for ROI, time and market, things like that. So the scoring model is fantastic. We've already run it with our partners, and it ranks My Funded Futures and TPT at the top. Now, we haven't put everybody in there yet, but but with that being said, it really showcases what the sales actually prove, that, if you guys spend more money at those two places and pretty much anywhere these days, it really shows they are the best. So the scoring model kind of lines up with where you guys distribute your money as customers. So we have all that data too, which just proves that the scoring model is perfect. So anyways, so in the future, you guys are going to get to see that. We put out the kind of like test site on the test server to our mods and our employees today or yesterday. I know Friday, maybe on the weekend. And today they're looking at it, and we're doing notes, and we have all these like updates, and then we're going through one more graphical update. About a week it's going to take. We're going to get the final version. They're going to release it what we call the alpha. An alpha version, certain select people from this community, moderators, kind of like the admins, people that are going to work to help us polish it. We're going to get to play with it for like a week or so, get the final notes in, and then we get those notes done, and then we release beta to Rock Scooter only. Everybody in this community will get access to the site. It'll be inside of our Discord. Members of our platform will be able to access it and play with it. There's a loyalty program. You're gonna get loyalty points. You can save up to buy all kind of stuff with it: merch, prop accounts, Rock Scooter memberships, whatever. It's the same thing you always do using our code. And so now the website will be tracking all that stuff, and then you'll be able to start seeing who has the best deal every morning. Save your favorites. What's the hottest deal? Who had the highest score change overnight based on new deals, things like that. It'll all be down on the website. It's a perfect shopping tool, and you can compare props against each other. You can select up to 5, compare, boom, 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 and see them next to each other, just like you do when you buy RAM on newegg.com or something. So it's pretty cool. Right now it's still kind of in its like polishing phase, as we're kind of putting all these little details left in it. But I'd say by the end of next week, it's ready for beta, which means you guys get to play with it. And then once y'all give us feedback for like a week or two and we kind of polish everything up, then we'll release it to the full public probably within a month after that. When we'll let iDoc compare boots, that'll break the internet, man. We could have a boot comparing section at the end of it though. Hidden in the background. If you spend $10,000, you get access to iDoc's boot collection. Although we went back to the store to look at those boots, those, or were they Givenchy's? I can't remember. I call them like the toy soldier boots. They looked like, they literally look like a little plastic nutcracker boots. All right, let me get a pencil tool on. Let's get ready to talk about the stock market now. But thanks for joining in, guys, every single day. Live futures trading with Matt. We have a fantastic week with Neon and Brad starting off. Did you guys enjoy that? Our 2 new streamers. Our daily views are the highest they've ever been. You guys are so awesome by sticking with the channel, supporting those guys. They're so passionate about streaming. They're such good folks. Brad is documenting his journey through trading. Neon's a full-timer like myself. Do I use Plaid to receive TPT payouts? I don't with TPT. It just goes directly to my bank account. So I'll have I'll have on the website a compare tool so we can compare local fence companies. That way you guys know. I'll tell you who ranks last on that list. David, oh, thank you so much. David tossing 20 bucks as a dono. We'll turn that to some boot camps later. Don't let me forget to do the boot camp giveaway, guys. Never done a prop firm, only your own cash. We appreciate all you do. Now only watch your channel. Thanks for being here, Dave. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Like I avoided jumping into props for the longest time. And that's why I didn't explode to become the biggest YouTuber in the world, 5, 6, 7 years ago. When props took off, anybody jumped on the prop bandwagon, exploded in popularity. And we were still stuck in our own ways, like, I'm a real trader. And there's a niche for that, right? And then once we started getting involved in props, then we got the visibility we deserved. But, that's where the audience is. Most people out there trade props. They want to learn how to trade props and, learn what's good, what's bad, how to beat it. So I was like, okay, let me go in there, because I believe that like any really good trader is going to be a fantastic prop trader, but a fantastic prop trader won't convert themselves into a real trader. I had a post that went viral over the weekend, and And so somebody said, to be honest, Brad is boring. Well, he's good looking though, so that's all that matters, you know. So they're just trolling. They're just being funny. So you know, the like the post I made, somebody made this really good metaphor. Like, you know, because I said props are kind of like a carnival game with a slightly bent rim and an overinflated basketball. It's designed for you to miss more often, right? That's what that metaphor said. But somebody said, you know, a major league pitcher will come in and, you know, like the little milk jugs where you throw the softball, and they'll knock it off every single time. I mean, it doesn't matter how rigged the game is. You know, like Steph Curry's going to come in and sink that basket, right? So a fantastic trader is going to walk into props and completely dominate like it's no thing. They can adjust. But somebody that's good at like knocking the milk bottles off every time, you know, like you see the one where there's like the basket and it's slightly tilted and you got to throw the softball in. It's got to land in the basket without bouncing out. We've all played that one. And that guy can throw it in every time. Yeah, throw the ball here every time. Throw ball. We throw ball. It stands in there. That guy's not going to, you know, pitch for the Yankees, right? So it made perfect sense. So I was like, okay, I'm going to show people how to beat props. And I've walked in less than a year. I'm about to go live in my 4th prop with a 5th one about to go live as well. Just to show that I can get there because I'm a pretty decent trader. It's not hard to adapt. I mean, it's difficult, I'm not going to lie, but it's not unachievable. It's something I figured out quickly. Each firm, slightly different. Like the example of TPT, I went in there, I've swimmed out maybe 32 grand of TPT. I've got about 145,000 total out of it. It's about 5x, right? And that's really what's important, how much you pay in for how much you pay out. And all along the way, you know, my accounts, you know, the thing is you make some money with TPT, you know, say that you make, you know, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 on a 5,000 buffer, and then you take 3 out, you're back to 5. Make 7 or 8, take 7 out, you're back to 5. And you know, you can dance like that, and all it takes is 1 day to bust, and you got to start over. But as long as each time what you get paid out is more than what you pay in, you're making money. So you're paying in this much, but you're taking out that much is kind of what you want to achieve. About 5 to 10x is about what you can expect from the prop space. The risk models are designed around that. Nobody out there is making 50x, 100x, 200, 2000x. I'm pretty seated inside the prop industry, I'm going to tell you. At about 5x, the risk team is talking about you. They're like, we got to cut this guy off. I'm not going to sit there and let somebody blindly take $1 million from them. What? Yo, Starbucks? Oh, somebody's getting a back massage tonight.
Because I got these Starbucks.
Let's go.
They don't deliver in the morning.
You left and went to Starbucks at 7 in the morning?
Yeah.
My girl, come here.
I want a Starbucks.
Come here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. All I need now is a London streamer. Yeah, that's kind of the next step. We're going to see how you know, the program works with what we got, and then slowly expand into London and India. So I want somebody from India covering Indian markets, and I want somebody from London covering London markets. It's sweet.
That's sugar-free. A little bit of.
I think what they do is make it sweeter. I don't know what they do to make it.
Super matcha.
Ours is like super milky. Do you use 2% milk? Use 2% milk?
I use oat milk and
Is this oat milk?
I think they put a lot more matcha than I. I'm very scared of matcha.
It's good.
Let me Google how.
Thanks, babe.
Matcha.
Okay. Cool. But anyway, so take profit. My payouts, dude, I'm gonna tell you, but take profit as much as I love them. The daily payouts, it's not really daily payout. It's great marketing, but it takes like when the day closes, it takes a day for it to update. And then it takes like I requested this payout on Thursday and it hit the account on Sunday. You can request daily payouts, but you don't get them that day. And also they update their dashboard and their balances like a day after too. It's not like have y'all noticed this? Once the market closes, it's not like when the futures market opens in the evening that your balances all update. You take profits, it still doesn't update. So if you made a killer on Wednesday and you made 10 grand in the account and you want to request it, you can't even request it until like late into Wednesday night, like past midnight or something. And then it comes the next day. Yeah, but when you blow an account, they let you know within a minute. Yeah, it's full tilt this thing. Anyways, I've really enjoyed the experience to take profit. I'm not gonna lie, if you can do the trailing drawdown, it's probably one of the best experiences I've had. It was super quick. I 5x'd my money within a month. So I start off with 50Ks, but they're a little harder to navigate. Going forward, I'm going to suggest the 150Ks. If you're looking to scale any kind of relative amount, it doesn't really matter. 50Ks, you 5x just a smaller amount. But for me, the 150Ks rank slightly higher on the scoring website, just slightly higher than the 50Ks. Those are the two best though. And it affords something that's at least worth my time. You know, with the 50Ks, it'd be a third of this. So I'd be getting like $4,000 and $6,000 payouts rather than, 10 to 20. And so I'm choosing the more expensive route. But like any prop, you guys remember, like as I teach you guys, what you pay in, prop is an ROI game. You're going to get out what you pay in. And every person out there is like, check out this. I got 800,000 in payouts, $1 million in payouts. Like any clown can get a payout. If you accumulate your payouts and that's your selling point, your payouts, you don't show what you pay in. It's like covering up how much you've lost. The average really good trader at this is going to 5x, maybe 10x the prop firm. You are a complete fluke and outlier if you're making 20, 30, 50x. So keep in mind when you guys are doing your own planning, your goal is to maybe 5x your money, 10x if you're good, but then you go live after that, right? They're going to figure out a way to shut you down if you're sitting there at 20, 30, 40x. Yeah, if you pass an eval too fast, the prop firms get suspicious. I don't know if they would, I would say they would get suspicious. Now everything's kind of automated. If you pass your eval, they're all designed for you to pass evals fast. The things that are automated that they do watch for is like automated trading. A lot of them have like rules against automated trading. A lot of them have rules against high frequency trading, things like that. Most of the firms out there have like 1 to 2 day pass or 3 day pass at worst these days. So they don't really care if you pass your eval too fast. Every single time I buy an eval, I pass it the same day or I fail it the same day. I never babysit an eval to take weeks to pass it. So for me, I'm like pass eval. I'm going to go straight to fund it as fast as possible because I know I'm going to make it back in the long run. That's the way I do it though. Can I explain lines on the chart, please, our gardens? Yeah, so these are all resistance pivots. I'll let you know when we get started. This is the area we're trading in right now. Let's talk about the market. So the first thing to take notice is there's 2 green bands. There's the statistics of this market. They're based on the risk intervals that are based on CME margins. DD band, or called risk interval band, only 4% of days will break above that band and close, 8% below, and 88% will stay in the middle. So we use that stat to pivot off of the lower band as a target to trade from. Last night was no exception on NASDAQ. So it's just a really strong band. We have a confluence indicator that goes with it. With this confluence indicator is a ratio that shows if stocks are more bullish than bearish based on the distribution of options. So if this is greater than 50, then this is a really strong support I long every time. So that's what the green lines do. The white line is Friday's close price. So SPY and QQQ relative close at these levels converted to futures. So we look at the equities close, because equities has a process called MOC, which closes at a liquid spot, and the market maker chooses one price to be the most liquid spot to fill everybody. So we mark those liquidity points on the map. Every time you gap up or gap down, the open and close is a very important pivot. And the halfway point between them, which will be a dashed line when the market opens, is also a pivot. You have a confluence indicator down here, which tells me, do we fill the gap or do we not fill the gap? If this white line is like greater than 0, then there's a high chance we do fill the gap. I don't think I'm bullish today. I still think we're kind of bearish. This is the new Monday after we had expiration on Friday for February. Now we're rolling into March. March options month starts today. So we have a brand new month, a brand new, monthly maps and things like that. So we'll see how the market's lined out. These yellow lines are called interrupt pivots. They're based on another exploit called the margin buffer limit, which is something to do with illiquid market makers. When the market runs too far, dealers can get squeezed. They're risk acceleration points. So in a bull market, when you fall below this yellow line, it kind of accelerates the fall. And so when you're trading up, sorry about that. When you're trading up, it is also a resistance pivot. So when the market goes to there, I usually exit a trade rather than let it go all the way through. Now, these yellow lines are just marked here as resistances to movement. So when the market comes out or when the market opens, all of these things will say support resistance on them. And so, you know, let me mark my dynamics. And I'll be able to map on a trade plan within a minute. I encourage you to watch. It's gonna be quick. I'm very quick at it though. And just ask questions after. It's kind of hard to explain it. Because well, it's easy to explain it, but it's a lot to explain. And so it's better just to watch. Okay, Discord. Is there a reason why you have very low res pictures? What on earth? I can't even see the photo here. All right, hold on. Let's pray to the data feed gods that our data providers are crushing it today. What on earth is wrong with my Discord here? When I expand the photo, it's blurry. Am I losing my eyesight today? Let's reopen Discord. Hello, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, Rod? Good morning. Carl Roth, what's up? Acceleration America Fall. The acceleration of the American fall will probably begin this week after the announcement of manufacturing numbers and job numbers Friday, Saturday, which are not good. Right. So I'm the same boat as you, and I'm very convinced that the stock market is going to sell off for the quarter. All right. So 24,920 is monthly hedge pressure. So monthly hedge pressure is the gamma exposure maximum market maker. So it's market maker gamma flip. We're kind of the pioneers of that sort of mentality. Using options to find pivots and futures. We kind of started the whole gamma exposure movement over, over a decade ago. It started getting, well, not really started, but we pioneered it in retail. So gamma exposure has kind of been a thing in Wall Street for a bit, but like about, 7-8 years ago, it started becoming something that retail traders were talking about. And then we just exploded it in popularity. So like, what made us stand out was we have a dealer exposure model. Nobody has market maker options exposure model except for us. We're the first in the world to do it. There's no data feed for it. You have to create your own data feed for it. And you have to mathematically calculate where dealers are based on auxiliary markets and looking for tandem hedges and hedging loops and things like that. Is the maps issue resolved? We don't know until the market opens. They said on Friday it was fixed. Do I use Orb? No, I don't use Orb. I use a different technique. So we have a market internals sort of indicator that looks for the flux of all the stocks in the gap. Here's an example. NASDAQ is now gapping down, okay? IndieX will be gapping down. QQQ will be gapping down. So we're probably opening here. So this is a gap down. We look at every stock also gapping down or gapping up or filling their gaps. If this white line is greater than 0, then it's likely to fill its gap. If this white line is less than 0, it's likely to fall off the halfway point. So my opening play is different than most people's opening play. They use Orb. They wait to see like you have your opening range and then you break out, then you test, then you jump in, something like that. You're jumping in late. For me, my technique allows me to get in early. There's a higher probability of failure on that opening move because it's a little volatile, but the run is better. So when the market opens within a minute or two, I'm usually engaged based on just this white number at the bottom of the screen. When's the last day to purchase the bootcamp? Oh, you can buy the bootcamp at any time. So our trading bootcamp's $1 a class, by the way. It's $20 total. And I've recently updated the website now with the new bootcamp recordings, now that everything's finished up. So you guys are welcome to check that out. But it's the same as what's in the Discord. Just got everything in there now. Alrighty, so we need to get, I need to get my, I'm gonna load up my ChatGTP. I'm gonna load up my bot. Hold on here for giveaways. Y'all know the drill there. I'm still very bearish this market. I'm sure as you guys have noticed, it's very rare. It's kind of crazy that, y'all get to see me shorting as much, but I told you, when I'm a bear, you're going to know it. Everybody thought, it's so weird because people know, like, I made a post over the weekend. I finally went back and looked at all the numbers. Did you know I'm the first live streaming futures trader there ever was? I thought Matt started before me. I knew I started before Pat, but I thought Matt started before me. I looked at the channel creation date. I started almost a year before Matt and Pat did. So I'm actually the first to do it. Well, there were other streamers like Ross Cameron and others, but they were streaming like penny stocks. So I am the first live streaming day trading future. My channel started in 2016. I used to have a podcast with one of my friends and Jake Wujastic. You guys know Jake Wujastic. Y'all see him on Twitter. He's huge. But Jake and I used to have a podcast in 2016. All of those videos are hidden. They're not on the channel anymore since we created Rocket Scooter. We focused all the SEO on Rocket Scooter. So anything before like 2022 is hidden. But isn't that crazy? I looked up everyone's channel and that's it. And also looked up our Discord. We started in 2016 and I don't know an older trading Discord. I went through memory lane in that post. So we actually are the first to stream futures. And I was streaming oil futures. Isn't that crazy? I go back and watch his old videos and they're pretty fucking cringy. They're horrible. Horrible mic, horrible quality, horrible lighting. And that's also why a lot of it's gone. Like ever since I've, you know, reformulated the background, the audio, the video, you know, many, many years ago. Nobody wants to show their amateur days of, you know, very poor audio video quality. Is Ross Cameron is legit? Yeah, he's legit sued by the FTC, that's for sure. That guy got off with a slap on the wrist too. Believe that or not. That was the easiest slap on the wrist they may ever had in trading. Like a $3 million fine or something. That was crazy. Anyways, that actually was neat to see that I'm the oldest YouTube channel of all the bigs. Which is kind of cool. I need to load. Oh, let's look up the market calendar today. See what we got going on this week. We also have to do the commitment of traders. We'll cover that second. Commitment of traders. All right, let's get the market calendar up. See what we got going on here. And earnings, right? Doing AVGO earnings. Is that next week or this week? And NVIDIA in a couple weeks, right? That coming through. Traders. All right, let's get our morning stuff going. We got the market opening in about 15 minutes, you guys. How many people, it's your first day on the stream? Just curious, y'all. First time y'all found us. Trying to check it out. I'm doing $1 million challenge from 100K. Fully transparent. The rules are at 100K, if I dip below 100K, I can pad the account back to 100. Just so it doesn't take forever. Once I hit 100, not put anything else in and just let it roll. So from the 100K start, I put in like 130 extra and now I'm rolling up into 455 balance going to $1 million. I should get there within 2 or 3 weeks. As long as I have a good market. If I have a bad market, it might take me till the summer. But anyways, second week free mutant, what's up? Okay. All my trades are on screen. I'll show you. I do trade some prop accounts on the side. It's more like a hobby. I'm not really a prop trader. I do it more for marketing purposes and to just demonstrate how to beat props so that way I can teach you guys how to do it. These are 4 FundedX legacy accounts. I was on my way to get the world record payout with those guys, and then the cap payouts behind me, in the middle of my journey, got payouts or capped, so I couldn't get that. Now I'm just throttling out the payouts. These are TPT Pro. I just started TPT because everybody tells me here you should trade this next. So everybody wants to see me trade at least one thing. I've gone live with Tradeify. I've gone live with my funded futures. I've gone live with ETF. I was going to go live with FundedX. They're telling me you're going to go live, and then they just cap payouts, and then I don't think anybody's ever gone live with them. I think they were just kind of saying that. I'm not sure there's a live program. I keep taking payouts and pushing me live, so I don't know. Take profit. I'm doing next. So I'm only doing like one at a time. This one I thought I'd be finished, but it's still going. So take profit's the current focus to see how far I can go. And I hit the $10,000 threshold in one account in one day. So apparently that triggers you to go live. So last week I triggered a live push there. All right, this week, Monday, no events or news. Tuesday, nothing really huge. The CB numbers coming out, consumer confidence. That might be important because we've had some really bad GDP came out, PCE came out, both as misses last week. So consumer confidence, today we're responding to it for sure. See what the consumer confidence comes out to see if it's any different. And just news, Supreme Court ruled against, the tariffs or whatever. And Trump got on the horn on Friday, said nothing about it. Somebody said, oh yeah, about the tariffs. And Trump goes, oh yeah, about the tariffs. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Had nothing to say. And I was like, okay. So maybe they don't know what they're going to do, but he's going to figure out a way to get it pushed through. Whether Congress makes a new law or something, I don't know, but they're going to figure something out. I'm sure. If he wants the tariffs, he's going to get it in some way, shape, or form. He's going to find a workaround. So nothing really big and heavy this week. Your traditional jobless claims initial and continuing come out Thursday morning as always. And then Friday's the big dog with PPI and core PPI coming out. So be careful that particular day, but everything else is just kind of chill. Earnings coming up this week is kind of It's light on Monday, but it's heavier on Tuesday. Tuesday is really big for Dow Jones and S&P. You got like, you know, Home Depot, Alcon, bunch of big ones. NRG is in there. Oh, Dr. Pepper is even in there. So not a small one. And then Nvidia. Oh, Nvidia is. When is? Wait, did I miss AVGO? Did I step back in time a week? I swear to God. Did they already have their earnings then? I thought that maybe my brain is like on the wrong time zone. When are they? Oh, I got them backwards. AVGO's in 2 weeks, my bad. Nvidia is this week. AVGO's in 2 weeks. I thought. So Nvidia is going to be Wednesday, the 25th, by the way. Why did I think AVGO was before Nvidia? No, it's always Nvidia is before AVGO. Yeah. I mean, Nvidia is. I'm telling you, man. I said it backwards. I said it AVGO Nvidia. It's Nvidia first, which is Wednesday. So Wednesday, Nvidia is after market, so be very careful there. And then Thursday, we've got kind of a medium size. A lot of this banking and tech, so that's coming out Thursday. So you're gonna have Wednesday's gonna be a hot day, and Nvidia is gonna really be a big tell on the market. AVGO is the week after, so I do have those backwards. So Nvidia being Wednesday. Let's take a look at the Nvidia chart while we're waiting here. It's gonna be a big driver, right? Because we know that Nvidia, once it started deflating, you know, back around Halloween, that's when the market started selling back. So Nvidia on the 28th of October started pulling back. Remember, Bitcoin was selling first, and then gold was rallying parabolically, and then, you know, sort of like that first parabolic wave started at the beginning of October once Bitcoin started crashing, and then stocks peaked out within a month and never went anywhere ever since. So Nvidia can possibly move 10-20%. We don't know, but Nvidia is sort of like everybody's hands are in Nvidia's pocket. They're all circle jerking Nvidia. So if Nvidia goes up, a lot of things are going to go up. If Nvidia goes down, a lot of things are going to go down. It's kind of stupid how the entire stock market is hinging on one company. But believe it or not, with all the good data that we had last quarter after the government shutdown, we came out with like great GDP forecasts. We had, you know, great jobs data, great inflation data. Everything was looking good, those data points 2 months ago, and the market didn't rally out. With the earnings season, the market didn't rally out, even though I feel like 80% of things were earnings beats. So the market's still waiting, I guess, waiting for Nvidia. Who knows what's going on? But I'm still in this sort of bearish mindset right now because of the liquidity crisis we've had. If you guys follow the trajectory of this, as soon as Bitcoin started selling off, it started squeezing a bunch of firms, and gold started rallying, and then it got volatile and started squeezing firms. So you had like this twofold sort of squeeze going on, and gold and silver are back to rallying, which is kind of crazy. But this sort of environment right here started creating issues for the market. Once Bitcoin started flushing really hard, which I think Bitcoin's going to 40,000. Don't hate me for that, but that's where I think it's going. And with GC continuing to rise and silver continuing to rise, there's a thing going on right now. You can just see that people are tapped out, and everyone that's long in the market is either holding through the volatility, but you're not seeing a mad flurry coming back in the equities market. It is pretty much frozen in place. As of over 3 weeks ago, my thesis has changed from frozen market. Oh, it's got all my text there. From frozen market to now sell-off market. So 3 weeks ago, I came on with the thesis that we are in a liquidity crisis. I think it was this particular day right here, I said the market's coming down. And how far down are we going? Well, Nasdaq, I think, is going to end up about 23,000 by the end of this, maybe lower, depends on how volatile we get. As of right now, VIX itself is currently above contango midpoint, which means we're going to have choppy, volatile market, just like we had. Pretty simple to trade that if you're patient. Wait for your pivots. Don't jump in and chase a trend. Let it bounce all over the place and find an opportunity. You get dozens of them every single day. You got through 10 videos of the boot camp from Friday. Oh, killer. Are you liking it? Bearish or taco? Oh, that's a good question. I don't think Trump and the tariffs can have any weight on the market at this point. Hold on, I'll be back. I mean, when the Supreme Court, you know, kind of ruled against the tariffs, constitutionality, or whatever it was. I'll phrase it correctly, but the stock market's still selling off today. The stock market didn't care. So today what I'm looking for is, like I said, I've been thinking about, you know, where I'm going to short from. I think that as we have extremes in this range, I'm still shorting the market until something changes. I think we need a big moving catalyst. We need something that's tying into everything, you know. Last week's GDP and PCE came through. So GDP, PCE, core PCE, and non-farms jobs. These are the 4 Fed metrics they look at when they did their quarterlies, right? These are their mandates. They look for like employment and inflation. 3 of those 4 data points came out in one day, and all 3 of them were misses. They weren't huge misses, but they were misses. PCE and core PCE both showed slight 1/10 of a point gains over the estimate, which was also higher than the previous reads. So inflation's getting slightly higher. And GDP forecast was supposed to be huge, and it came in at a huge miss. So what we're staring at is like overenthusiastic market, but the data's starting to really come out that, you know, and again, the Fed was projecting huge, like 2.3% GDP growth for the year of 2026. And they were basing a lot of their decisions off of that. And we're coming in like one, it was like 1.5 or something like that. So, and fake labor numbers. Yeah, like this kind of stuff, right? Like it's starting to come through as being a little wonky. Now I know you guys have been watching me trade. I'm on the million challenge. First time here, I'm going to take a 100K account to a million before your very eyes. I'm with the halfway point almost. From there, somebody joked that I should go to 12 million so I can beat Larry Williams' record. I mean, it's only February. I mean, I've got the whole year. I mean, you can, as long as I scale up, it's doable. I would be so legendary. I don't know if I'm willing to like do that, but if it's drawing a crowd, maybe, right? It's the worst that can happen. I lose a couple $100,000. Not a big deal. Market opening in 5 minutes, ready to go. Y'all see me mostly be bullish, right, for most of the years because the market's been bullish, and people used to label me as a permabull. Like, he's only making money. He only won the BDH tournament because he's bullish and bought the dip, or what? Actually, I shorted that one. But he's like, you know, he only won this other tournament. So I won 2 tournaments last year, and our team got 2nd place in another global tournament against every influencer out there. I also was the last man standing in the Robbins Cup when I did it, of all the influencers. Got in the top 5 of that, and once everyone else dropped out, I was just there to beat people, and then I dropped out. So, oh, he only does that because he's a permabull. Well, no, the market was bullish in those times. The market's bullish, I'm bullish. Why would I be bear in a bull market? Now, I've completely switched my mindset to being bearish. Most of my trades have been short. I haven't been doing a lot of buying ever since December kicked my ass. December was a pretty bad month for me. So it kind of proved to me that the market was shifting its fundamental, you know, I guess, money movement fundamentally is not flowing in the stocks anymore. You can feel it and see it. The 10-year minus 2-year yields curve also going up every single month, which is typically what you'll start seeing that inflate rapidly when a recession is nearby. It's inflating a little bit. It's like moseying along. It's not dangerous yet, but it is something that is spelling out 1 to 2 years from now, we could enter another baby recession where all the things are lining up for it. I don't know if it's going to happen because we just had one and the data is not terrible, but if we start getting massive amount of layoffs, it can happen. Apex says they disabled. No, they didn't disable our code. What are you talking about? Our code works just fine. Don't make stuff up. No, our account works fine. Apex has kicked just about most of the influencers out though. But I'm on a daily phone conversation with the people at Apex. We're one of their favorites. We good. So I think out the door today, I'm going to see, my thought is, the first thought we're going to have is what happens when the market hits close, right? So when S&P goes to 69.24, NASDAQ goes to 25.075. These areas right here are going to be what I'm monitoring. If the resilience is extremely negative, I'd be willing to short it back down to fill the gap, or also shorting down the MHP. So we kind of got like this like sandwich area here to play with. And I'm curious to see how our monthly maps turn out. We've had data outages. So hopefully today our data is going to come through nice and clean. I'm saying my prayers to the data feed gods. I had a data outage last week. Our current project now is getting our tools integrated into Go Charting and NinjaTrader. And our next project after that is going to be historic data. So historic zones, hedge pressures, like historic data and the back test. That's what we're working on now. So over the weekend, I was working with my dev team on getting some info about that. Just letting you guys know what we're working with here. Gold continuing to push. And I think silver was up like 5% last night. It's pretty crazy. So remember, my thesis is that when Bitcoin and gold are sort of rallying together, the market's going to relax. On days when they're both selling off, the market's going to continue to sell. I'm already up like 30 something thousand just to start the day. I'm in no hurry to give any of it back. VIX closing in on triple B again. Right. So we're kind of like at that threshold again. So this should be pretty interesting to see how this turns out. Guys, do me a favor if you can. You can hit the like button at the bottom of the stream. If everybody does thumbs up, the more thumbs ups we have, the more giveaways we do, like the poll says. So if you guys get it up to 1,000, I promise you I'll give you a bunch of straight to funded accounts from Tradeify. All right, we're off. Oh, I need to get ready over here. I'm not even armed and ready for this. All right, then get this. Okay, and... Okay. So our data's coming in pretty solid for resilience. This white number at the bottom of the screen is greater than half. So it's approaching its gap fill, which is interesting. So not shorting this just yet. We're going to wait. So see how this number right here? When it's greater than half, it goes to fill the gap. And if we bump up and long and it goes up higher, I'm going to totally sit out on this. I don't want to catch the opening scalp. I don't think it's a bull market just yet, but we'll see what happens. In about 1 minute, a bunch of data is going to pop up on the chart. It's going to be our greater market data. We're going to have liquidity maps stuff popping and hedge pressures popping, and I'll have a better trade plan from here. Did I make money for market open? Well, yeah, I made some trades last night. I was on Brad's stream talking about it. So if you guys tune into the evening sessions on YouTube, you'll hear all about my overnight trades. I shorted on the failed gap fill. I shorted right here and then closed right there. All right. We have data. It's back. Okay, cool. All right, let's read it up. Okay, we are in liquidity pocket, bull zone. Wait till DD band comes out pretty. DD ratio comes out. Okay, let me look at monthly maps really quick. I've been dying to see what that is. Oh, we have data. Yes. Yes, we have data. Come on, baby, show it up. Give me the maps. Give me my maps. Come on. All right, we are in pocket. So it's not bullish, but it's not bearish either. So we are in pocket with NASDAQ, which is interesting. Okay, so NASDAQ is supporting at 963 about, give or take, somewhere in there. And S&P, let's see what S&P's is. Okay. So NASDAQ is not super bearish yet. DD ratio came in bullish as well. And we are above MHP or below. Yeah, we're above MHP. So all greater market signals are actually bullish today. Do I want to dare I? Let me just take a small trade to the upside to fill gap. All good, all good, all good. Let's roll it. Let her rip. S&P just filled its gap. Oh, what the heck, S&P? Can you show me what the maps are, please? Thank you. Wow, 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 wow. All right, S&P bullish. Yeah, everything's actually turning out bullish today. I'm very surprised. S&P has now filled its gap. I just took a two contract long here. I grabbed it in 3 of my prop accounts. I'm going to fill the gap maybe on Nasdaq. See what S&P does every single time. Bear zone, bull zone. Okay, so the upper target here is going to be 69.39 S&P. Hopefully Nasdaq can maybe fill its gap, but we are in an IP with DD ratio being good. So we got an RB straight to 162. I should have just hold the 162. What should I do? It's going to still try to sell off though, but I'm just trading something small here. It is trying to fill half gap right now, but everything is solid for a run up to gap fill. Plus we're in an IP to break through gap fill to go through bear zone and bull zone. That's the play. Nice. Can we get the whole thing though? That's the question. Can we get the whole thing? Can we get the whole thing though? Let's double check where some of the bigger stocks are. Let's just run it with 5. How about 5? 5 is better than 3. Ooh, Nvidia and a bull long up, passing through hedge pressure. Very good. ABGO just is fighting at MHP break, so watch out for this one. If we do break 335, it's a run up from there. Amazon, this is the 5th 1 minute candle bouncing off half gap, but res is decent enough. Let's just hope something turns around. Amazon selling off at the open. Apple trying to break their MHP. So let's see. Fingers across here. A little scary, but not too bad. It doesn't feel like it did last week. Feels a little different. A little slower. So my better play is to have a small position here of 5. Any kind of red candle that comes to here, I'm going to add to it with like maybe like 20. I got a teaser position right now. I think we just crawled out of the hole today. What do y'all think? Feels like it. It's holding. It's trying to sell, but it's holding. So I'm gonna get. Let's see if I get my big drop down to here. I'd love to smash that one down there at the bottom. All right. Turning for the gap. Yeah, this is how I would have been trading last week. Everything feels a little different now. If it's a play to 160, that'd be fantastic. I'm not bullish though. I'm very much not bullish today. How much is 160? I'm 160 on the greater scheme of things. That is like at weekly highs too, or last week's highs. Cool. As I'm just keeping it very light right now. I like to play inside of this liquidity pocket with DD ratio greater than half. Let's see if we can get it. VIX is below triple B, so that should dry this up very quickly. I'm pretty comfortable right down in here. So I'm gonna play. This is basically the range. So I'm gonna play inside of here. If I stop here, then I just stop here and I just don't do anything else. But we actually might break through last week's highs. This is good. These are good. This is really solid, strong pivots here. So we'll see what happens. It's worth a shot. I'm very surprised that I'm longing today. I think it's the play though. Works every time. Yeah, almost at half a mil. Yeah, almost there. Like I said, I have a starter position of 5 contracts, nothing too big. Your gut says down like last night. My gut says down, but price action Show support. Y'all feeling me? Y'all feeling me? Y'all feeling it? Are you feeling it? This is the first time in a while we've had a nice decent trade. We call them Arby's trade. It's kind of a joke around here, but it's a sandwich. And they call it Arby's because I hate Arby's. But also we used to call it the bull zone, bear zone sandwich. So anytime you have a bear zone sandwich between two bull zones right here, if you pass into this, it continues to go all the way to the other side. So if we break 75 on NASDAQ, we go to 160. It's a play up to the top. Now it's going to be fighting here for a little bit. This is very strong, like very strong. Resilience is very strong for gap fill. So when this number is greater than 0, the gap wants to fill. When this number is greater than 0, the gap wants to fill. Now S&P is entering in what we call Arby's territory as well, which it just continues to pull up to 39. So watch it just pop up to that in just a second. Watch the old Arby's trade there. Liquidity pocket sandwich. So now S&P is testing yesterday's close of support. If it holds, we're going right to there. And hopefully NASDAQ can run with it. Like I'm excited to see somewhat of a bit of an attempt at support. This is the very first day that I'm not bearish, and I'm scared to be bullish here. That's why I'm keeping the position size small, but I got to do with what the data tells me. I can't just go on a hunch anymore. On this, if the market is comfortably squeezing in Nvidia earnings, then okay, then we get what we get. You feel it? You feel it? It's feeling good. It feels non-volatile. VIX is decaying below 2017 triple B. It feels so good on my skin. I feel it, right? You do love Arby's curly fries? I hear they're pretty good. NASDAQ having a hard time picking up some steam from here, which is good. I'd like to dip to my lower pivots down in here would be great. NASDAQ down in here would be the ideal play. Arbitrage is 26. Kind of going lower though. Let's get those lower lows though. Let's see what we get here. The first bit of selling, good. Let's hit that pocket. That's what I really want to hit it. I want a big position here. That's where I want to play. Give me that. A little lower, a little lower, a little lower. Come on. All right, let's see if I can get that there. Okay. Like it. All right. Risking kind of what I made last night just to see if I make a play here. I do want to play out the pocket, but man, if I am wrong about this one, then I am wrong about it. Data now went negative. That's not good. Seeing that selling there. Man, I was excited for this to finally be a day that would be solid. Let's see. No volatility pickup. It should maybe be okay. But we'll see. I get back everything I made. Hanging in there, baby. Hanging in there. Boo. Do I want to play this as one of my prop accounts though? That's the next question. Yes. Okay, let's watch this one. Hopefully this is not the further sell-off like yesterday. Come on, NASDAQ. You feeling it today? So I averaged into to my where I want to be at the pocket here. So things are still kind of okay, but we'll see. We'll see if we hang in there. A little overshoot, but if we're not above there in about like five or 7 minutes, I'm done. I'm done on this one. But I think we're fine. I think we're fine. But conditions just changed, right? So it's not really the best condition in the world. Could get a little worse from here. Wanted to see this positive. Everything went negative finally, so we're kind of like a little bit under the weather here. Hang on to the pocket. Just get up in there. Get up to 56. That's all I want to see. Little cliche to keep short in this. I feel like today's a little different. That little opening move is probably it. Let's see if I get the hold. S&P's still kind of holding in there. VIX is not too terribly in a bad spot. We're going to be a little volatile here at this little base, but... I was excited to see things looking good again, but I think the market's ready to plunge. Ow, boo. Okay, I'm going to hold on to about maybe like 850 under this 920. I'm going to give it about 80 points because this is the biggest candle we had, about 25,000 down to about... So 70, 80 points is what I'm lying for overshoot. That's it. I think we're still good. But data doesn't look good. Meh. That was so nice to see that possibility though. Man, NASDAQ, you got me excited today. Come on, hang in there. So I'm currently running a 100K to 1 million challenge. That's not the best. Data's looking a little solid for gap fill, but I'm still holding on to it because I have a pretty tight stop on this from here. Even back a little bit of my gains from last night, but I'm pretty okay. I think I'm okay with it. As long as we get back up into this 920 area, then maybe things should be a little bit better. I want to see what happens with the resilience numbers. The S&P is still good enough to hold on to it. So, like I said, I'd like to see this go to higher highs today, but I don't know. I think we're good. Let's see if NASDAQ gets a little better. One thing that also that I don't like about where we are right now is that this is a stronger support. Like right down in here on these big volatile plays like this, that we could end up here and then end up there. I don't kind of like where we're sitting right now, but we are below MHP, which can create some downward pressure as well. EU freezes the US trade deal. Yeah, I'm seeing that. So this is my last little attempt here. See, we're barely on the edge, but I don't know. This is looking pretty bad. So I gave back what I made yesterday. So I gave back just a little bit of that. Although my greater suspicion of this bear market not improving anytime soon. I think today we still hold. You can see it. You can feel it, right? There's no selling pressure. Unless it just comes out of nowhere. It still feels good. Feels good. Feels all right. Guys, do me a favor and smash the like button. I get a little focus when I'm trading and kind of, okay, managing this position here. Do I want to hold on to 15 though? Or do I want to trim a little bit? Resilience is still negative on NASDAQ. S&P is still kind of okay. Let me cut it down to 11 at the pocket fill. All right. Let me cut that a little bit. Let me take some profit on some of this too. Do I want to hold on to full pocket or run? Maybe I'll hang on to it. We'll see. Oh shit, this TPT account's about to make $10,000 too. It cut me off on that. Well, I'll hold on to max, whatever. I don't even care. It matters to me. If it bumps up one more time, I'll be at 10,000. That said 6-to-1 risk ratio. Bro, you are the most dumbest person in math I've ever seen in my life. My entry is at 937, which is here. 937. The trade goes to there. I just cut my cost basis down a little bit. I took some risk off the table. Trust the person that trades and makes money to teach you. Don't teach me. So the entire position is a 5 position here. I said I was going to do 20, but I only did 15 here. So I did 5 plus 10 more. And then the 5 that I had, I cut out 4 of it right there. So 5 to 4, I just trimmed out my initial position and I put my position closer to here. Will I really hold till there though? I don't know. I'm watching the conditions. As I trade, I base my position size off of the conditions as they're developing. Right now, the conditions are going against me, so I'm losing the trade. So this is just me taking a loss. You're watching me take a loss with style, baby. Come on now. I'm not as confident as I was earlier, so now I have a lesser position. This is not, it's not as big as I wanted. I wanted 20, but now I'm going to stay close to 11 to let it ride. Now my stop is from here. I'm going to stop about that 860 level like I was talking about. Did y'all see the post I made on Twitter about about our potential new location for our next business? We finally found the most perfect spot. So you guys say your prayers. Hopefully everything works out. We're going on Tuesday to go tour it with our broker. Super excited about it. That's gonna be the first fitness studio. Corner location, dude. It's perfect. It's got so much street visibility. Busy intersection right off the freeway. A heavy commuter hot spot to get in and out of the city. What's gonna be nice. The next business, we're getting into the fitness business. The fitness business. IDOC and me. Just something new. Business. The setup is not that great. It's not anymore, yeah. It's got a little worse as far as the setup goes. It was good to see this push higher though. But for me, I'm getting my cost basis lower with the smaller position. So the overall trade today is betting on two different things. Number one, this white line needs to be above here. And if it does, then we go to there. If not, then I need to trim out and cut my losses sooner rather than later. So what I did was I had a 5 spot. I added 10 more there. We popped, I subtracted 4. Now I've got a spot of 11 at 37. So I have a cost basis right here with the 11 position, which could be a little bit better. Cost basis, but I don't have any good, it's not really that good of a setup anymore, but I'm still kind of on it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. The problem is that the new location that we found is it's bigger than what we need. The landlord, so you know, we do a lot of investments here, angel investing, commercial, things like that. A lot of things. We do a lot of things. So this time around, we're actually going into our own business. And our eye doctor that we all love is going to be running a fitness empire. Yeah, yo, Jedi, man, I'd love to hear your expertise, man. We're kind of new to the whole business of fitness. So yeah, I'd love to learn more. Michael has a stronger bullish bias. It kind of feels like it's trying to move, but we're still not getting that. Essentially, once that selling pressure stops, maybe it'll pop and go, but all the data still shows resistance at open. So now it's kind of hard to think this is going to rally. I'm still committed to the trade, but this is now strong resistance because of negative resilience. It's not as bad. S&P's is decent enough, but it's still not great. And my shorting on every pop idea, as I've been thinking, I've been trading that for the last 2 or 3 weeks, has been very successful. My biggest fear today is I do stop out and we get down to here and then it turns back around and ends up here. I think all things are going to sit still until NVIDIA. That's my thought. Now, again, we hit half gap and turned around, so I don't have any sort of play here. I probably should just count my blessings and just take out with a making 8,000 a day. I'm still okay with that. S&P's finding lower lows for the hour. The second attempt to pass through the pocket has failed, so yeah, it's probably coming down. You're probably wrong. Y'all gotta pay attention. So I do cost basis manipulation. So somebody earlier was like 6-to-1 reward to risk ratio. That's not how it works. My entire position in a liquidity pocket, if you go through my boot camp, I always long here and long here again. You got two pivots sitting on top of each other, so I long and I double long here. My average is to try to get my position as close to there as possible. But right now, I don't have the confluence data to back me up anymore. Things are looking a little worse. So because of that, I'm trimming my position instead of staying in heavier. It's still possible to get the play, but I'm not as confident as I was earlier. So my position isn't as big. Hopefully that makes sense. So whenever I keep my cost basis as close to here as possible, instead of doing 5 and then 15 to get 20, I did 5 and I just did 10. And then once the data started looking bad, I've closed it down to 11. I want a smaller position now instead of a bigger position. And all I'm doing is waiting for data to get better, which it's not doing. The data is getting worse. See how it's not giving me the bump I want. So I just close it break even. So this is just what a loss looks like in my world. That big of a deal. This lower DD band is it. I'm going to take the loss. Just chill. I'm probably right, but I don't even know. Let me see if I want to do this. I'm still going to hang on to maybe some of my prop accounts, though. I get on this one. In the pocket. Should I maybe still hang in there, though? Yes, it hedge pressure in bull zone. You know what, though? You guys are right. I do want to be in the same trade. Y'all are right. Y'all are right. I'm not too scared of this today. I think ES fully bounced some pocket would be fine. Yeah, I'm back in. I'm back in. Come on, just get in there. Get in there. Come on. And I think that monthly map was... $957 on bear side. Okay. Let me mark that up here. Zone array, 957. Oh, that is. So that's like right there. So this is like greater. Well, I'm glad I did that. Well, hopefully. Fingers are crossed. That rejection turn on. Greater monthly bear resistance right here. 57. So they're basically at the same spot. So monthly maps, your bear resistance is here. Come on, don't give us a heartbreak today. Give us a little bumpy bump. VIX is now above triple B, so we do have the volatility there, guys. It is going to be choppy. Break it, hedge pressure on SPY. It's very possible. Yeah. Very possible. You're seeing a lot of back and forth here, though. Volatility's high, though. We're gonna have some overshoots, which I don't like. Starting to feel a little heavier in the selling on the order flow, though. So you can kind of feel a little heavier selling now. Hopefully, once that selling stops, you see the market's trying to be buoyant here, which is good. Uncertainty market. Yeah, I know, right? Today might actually be I don't think this is the first day of the new trading month, so it's going to have a lot of questions for itself. All right. It's not sustaining any upward movement, so you can still feel the selling pressure is a little heavier than the buying pressure. You just feel it. I mean, the S&P's just got wicks the whole way down. But you also have a little, this little can I've drawn right here. This is really strong support for S&P as well. Monthly hedge pressure, liquidity pocket, it's all inside there. Plus S&P has longer term support. I'm not bullish this market at all, but this might actually be a smaller possible setup to support here at 78 is the bull zone on S&P. So this is where that support actually is. Now we get the Nasdaq popping back down. All right, here it is. So this is like that level of S&P where there could be support. Oh man, boo. So that's it. If there's anything, it's here or nowhere. That's it. Man, I was excited about that one. Where was last night's ranges down in here? Now down 5K in the hole, not a big deal. The best long entry would be here, last spot on Nasdaq. S&P, this is about it. You can wholly hang in there, but this is where the bull zone support is on S&P. So right in here. Bum, 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 bum. Went to short from like a higher high like earlier, but are we still in crash mode market? I think we're still okay for the band not to be broken, but this is about where I did want to stop, about this 860 level, because that's basically where the S&P's bull zone territory is right here. So we'll see what happens with that one. Oh, Nasdaq being crazy. Yeah. I know, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see the S&P pocket holds. I'm not feeling it. A little extra volatility here, but I'm still kind of feeling all right. I'm still sitting flat-ish for the day. I made whatever 18K last night, gave it back this morning. All right. All right, yeah, there's no hold for an extended play. This is gonna be scalp city with the volatility like it is. How do I want to get out of this one? Ideally, my normal size trades for the bigger plays are 30 to 50 contracts. So me trading 10, 11 is sort of just like me playing something medium small. So I don't take a lot of drawdown. I don't take a lot of heat on this if I'm wrong. Hit that pocket, still hold. Pocket is a really strong support. When this ratio is greater than half, this is a very strong support right here, 79. So that's the only reason I'm hanging on just a little bit longer here, because I'm allowing the S&P to support at its current area. That is longer term support as well. Nasdaq has greater bear market right here. So we understand. I'll make this one a little bit bigger so y'all can see, actually a little bolder. I'll just put it right here. This is where the monthly map bear market resistance is. Yeah, it does. The thing is, it does look bearish. There's nothing bullish about this entire market. I've been the biggest bear on the planet last 3 weeks. doesn't mean there's not opportunities to both sides. So, like I said, for some reason, the way it all panned out this morning, everything looked good for it, for somewhat of a decent move. Not to sell off today, but not to rally either. My goal was to get to the high here and then short it. It looks like it pivoted a little early. That kind of sucks, but we should be all right. I think we're good. Be careful on the yellow line break because this creates a little bit of a downward pressure here. So if we get back to here and just sit, and maybe it'll complete the move, but none of the evidence is there anymore. We need stocks to turn around. Now the resistances are from there. Not the best. Oh, darn. So I got my last position in here. This is my last place I would be playing at. I think it's gonna work out. There goes NVIDIA dropping further, yeah. Well, at least we have our answer to start the month out. The month turns out to be really weird, then the month turns out to be really weird. It is what it is. Come on, hang in there. It's the rarest thing is to break the band and keep going, and if it does, the market's toast today. Let's take a little bit of a loss. Ain't that big of a deal. On the current journey, this is a smallish position for what I normally would be engaging with. So I'm keeping it. The volatility is so crazy. I'm keeping it tight. I'm not looking to make 60, 80K today. I'm looking to try to stay in the 10 to 20 range. If I can walk away with 20K today, I'll be happy. So we'll see how that turns out. Yeah, we'll see what happens. The current contract is H6. This is the March NASDAQ contract that I'm trading. There goes NVIDIA. Yeah, I know, right? Pull NVIDIA on the screen really quick. Like I said, it's still chopping around, which I'm keeping it small because of the volatility. I'm still a believer. I'm just gonna, kind of play it smartly. Gonna play it smartly. But I would love that Arby's play would have been great, man. I would have longed all the way to bull zone and shorted all the way back down if I got my ideal setup today. But it pivoted early. Dang it. I was like, let me take it to there, and I'm gonna short the shit out of it from there. Oh man. Wish I would have gotten better setup. I gotta dig out of this one today. We'll be fine though. We'll be fine. Be fine. Hang in there. As long as this, like I said, when this indicator is less than 0, that's now resistance, which kind of sucks. We flip-flop there to there, so we have that resistance off the top. I'm wanting to see if some of the stocks pick back up, which they're not. The stocks immediately fell apart at the open, which kind of sucks. The S&P's is it's close-ish to 0, so it's close enough that it's not going to take much, but everything's still resistance from here as well. Same spot. Kind of sucks. So S&P has resistance from here. And this is the only last place it can hold is here. That's it. That is it. And I know that I'm losing all of my validations, so I'm just keeping the position light. I'm not adding to it at the bottom. I'm just hanging through the volatility. If I'm down 20K, that's pretty much my normal loss per trade. So I longed here. Took some profit, got here, closed out, decided to get back in, and then now I'm like, ugh. But this is just it. What I honestly think, my honest opinion is I'll probably take a little bit more heat to here, but I think the band is likely to hold. The S&P's band is likely to hold. So we'll see. Do I want to cut my losses here and just jump in later? Or hold through it? It's only 40 points. Let me drop it down to an 8 spot. So let me leave it at 8 instead of 11. That'll give me roughly, if I fall to my next pivot, I'll actually add to it a band, so 824. I'm only down 14,000, which isn't a big deal. So instead of being engaged in 15, now I'm engaged in 8. S&P's breaking band, so probably not that good. I'm trying to, there's volatility, so I'm trying to build a position like at a good spot, but we're losing that too, so I trimmed it down even further. For those of you that are first timers, my normal position would be between like my heavier position when I'm confident, like I said, is between 30 and 50. When I'm not confident, 20 to 50. When I'm just scalping, 10. So keeping it light, not taking a huge amount of risk. Put in some prop accounts too. I'm gonna trade some on S&P as well on the prop accounts. Alrighty. You went overtraded? You overtraded today? It just like today it was like the first time in a long time we actually went out the door with some good bull signal, but I was waiting to short from a higher high. This initial spot was really nice, and even though it was hitting that resistance, everything looked good. And so I think that once this initial selling sort of stabilized, let me see if there's any kind of support at Nvidia. No, not anywhere close. ABGO, maybe on MHP break. Amazon losing MHP right here, which is not tipping the whole scale, but is definitely substantial. So watch out for that. Apple's breaking MHP, which is balancing that out. So you'd have a little bit of some things are looking okay, but everything still looks shitty. So I'm okay with 8. Should be fine. My cost basis is 910 though, which is here at the zone. We achieve zone, it gets back to there, which I'll be able to close out with some green for the day, but doesn't think we're gonna get a rally anymore. So there is a pretty strong scalp from S&P from here to there. From there to there. Nothing, I think, coming out of this one though. But it is trying to sort of hold inside of here. We could get a flush though. This is one of my, again, the volatility is such a way that there could be a little bit of a flush. Like it just sort of, like it did earlier, then inch its way higher. This is my fear right now. Squeezes me out, but still goes. I don't think we rallied to highs today. Now we're internal to the high that we had at the open. So today's high is very likely to stay below this 40 level on NASDAQ. So if I can get back to there, I would be happy to close out with profit with whatever I end up getting. So if I can walk back up to 56 from here, that's an 80-point rip. I'll take it. And I won't gamble any further on this. Just with the choppiness of it, you know, kind of hard to gauge. A lot of times when you get in the environment where your VIX is above your contango midpoint like this, you're going to get that flip-floppy choppy. So if we're starting out the new options month with some volatility, we've got our answers. So we're back to flushing. And I still think we're going to go lower. I just didn't think we were going to go lower right out the open. But I'm definitely ready to keep shorting this again. But I don't think I'm going to put the shorts on today. But going into tonight, tomorrow, it's basically the same thing. Down 4,000 for the day, 3,000 for the day. This is nothing. Nothing. You're not going to see me put like 50 contracts on a long in such a bearish sort of market. You're down like 300 on a 50K? Oh, dead, Chris. That ain't That ain't that big of a deal. That's good. You're keeping your losses small, which is good. Good deal. Yeah, same with me. Keep my size really small, you know. 15. I started, my initial position was 5. For this size account, that's been small. S&P hold the pocket. Let's show Wall Street who's the best. Come on, the bulls, the hidden bulls today. They're the best. And they're getting their ass kicked. No hidden bulls. But let's come on, Wall Street. Come out, come on, play. Come on, bulls. You know you want to play. But next, have 40% off sale. My code should give it, yeah. Unless there is a, sometimes they have sales where nobody's code does it. Our code is Rocket, by the way, not Rocket Scooter. Fun and X is weird with that. They didn't have enough letters for Rocket and Scooter. Why open more trades on other accounts? I didn't open trades on other accounts. What do you mean? I have trades open. I still have trades open on other accounts. I didn't open new ones. I might have said that weird earlier, but so the idea is in choppy volatile markets, you just play the range. Account like copying is not something I do. So an example is if you've got some options, right? You've got an option there or an option there or an option there. When it comes to trading props, you can take one of your accounts there. If you stop, put one of your accounts there. If you stop, put one of your accounts here. So take a small loss, take a small loss, take a win. Don't just trade everything all at once. Like when you're doing props, you split up your accounts. So if you're referring to that, that is my strategy with props. Very profitable strategy with props. So when it comes to props, just split up. Like if you're playing like 20, 30 accounts or whatever, however many you're balancing, don't trade all your accounts in one spot. So when it comes to props, like I would open more accounts. Like if I take my loss on this one and I just take my loss on that one, doesn't mean I can't continue to trade other accounts. Cycle your accounts around. You're going to have a better chance succeeding in props if you don't trade all your accounts in one place. So like when you have options, instead of just like all in at one spot, liquidity pocket's a really strong play, really strong play. All right. So I can play it on both sides. So I can play it in like prop side, real side. I can, like if I take my loss in the real account, it doesn't mean at the low, I can decide, let me stage into some props. That's what I was talking about. Like in props, I might aim a DD band down here to trick one more trade. So we'll see. Cycle your accounts around, right? So it's a trick, right? Again, mathematically beating props is how you're gonna do it. Props is not about being a better trader. than the next guy. Props about beating a system that's mathematically designed to beat you. So when it comes to props, there's a low cost to lose, as it doesn't cost much to lose. But the ability to win, you can 10x your money, right? So the answer basically is, imagine, I'm just going to draw some areas. Pretend that you have a support here and a support here and a support here. You have 3 options and you have 20 accounts, okay? It's not just try to guess the direction on all 20 of those accounts. Remember, let's just use Apex as an example. If you were to lose on an Apex eval, it only costed you 20 bucks. Remember, props are a math game with money. And I think that like most people are trying to convince you they're trading really well. People that are beating props are just beating props. This is it. I mean, I'm your math guru. I'm not a trading guru, but I'm definitely your math guru. It only costs $20 to fail, but you can make millions if you win. Then the goal is fail as much as you can. You'll get paid off at the end of the day. People brute force themselves into $1 million payouts, and we're finding out the last couple of weeks that all these influencers are getting sort of like revealed for doing that. There's nothing wrong with doing that. That's how you beat the prop system, but it's finally blowing the lid off of, hey, this was actually trading. Nobody's trading. Everyone out there is gaming the fucking system. There's nothing wrong with it. If you walk in the casino and you know how to count cards, do it till they kick you out. It's free fucking money. You're not out there, but the problem people are having is that people are like posturing as like, I'm a good trader. They're cheesing the system, and props are all about cheesing the system. I know all about how it works. Let me teach you how it works. If it costs $20 to fail and you can make millions if you win, all right, so you could just throw $20 at it until you win. And that's what most people out there are doing. Now, I don't trade Apex, but that's what most people out there are doing. As long as they get paid out more in the end than they paid in, then that's considered a win in props. Props aren't about beating the stock market. If your mentality is that you're falling into the trap that they designed for you to fall into. Trade it small, keep it light, do it right, make it to your profit goal. Don't hit your consistency. All of this stuff is designed for you to lose. Okay, so beat the system the way you can beat it. They're making it ultra cheap to compete with each other. That's an advantage you have. So if it's $20 to fail and you've got a pivot here and a pivot here and a pivot here, then you can spend, say you have 20 accounts. You can long with 5, you can long with 5 more, you can long with 10. Say that each of these are PA accounts and it costs you $200 instead of 20 once you've activated them. So you got 20 accounts at 200 bucks a pop. Is what, $4,000 that you spent, okay? 5 of those failed, 5 of those failed, 10 of those made 40 points in NASDAQ. Okay, so you lost 2,000 from the 10 that failed, but then you made 40 points on, let's just say, 5 contracts, right? It's $4,000 per account. Made 40K. And you spent 2 to get there. All of your gurus out there, this is what they're doing. There's no lie anymore. That's exactly what they're doing. Why long today is very negative? It's because it's not very negative. It's actually pretty decent today. So all your gurus out there is what they're doing. So when you split your risk up, what it does is it gives you a higher opportunity to just win, even if you're playing choppy markets. See, the example becomes there's 3 ways the market can go when you're in a long. Say you're in a long as an example. You're in a long with a stop loss here. One of 3 things can happen. Either A, the market goes to your profit target without triggering a stop. B is it can trigger your stop and keep falling, and you survived yet a lesser loss. C, though, is it stops you out and then goes your direction. The only way you can get your initial trade is to jump in a worse condition. This right here is where most people lose, when it chops them out and then goes the direction they wanted it to go. So because of that, your gurus have found out that all you have to do is just split up your risk and just throw money at different spots, and ultimately you make money in props. That's it. That's what they all are doing. But they're all sort of like flexing like they're gods at trading. You're only god at trading if you could do something like this with a real account. If you're just trying to milk props, but that strategy isn't something you're going to do, but that strategy is exploiting something that's useful, is that don't put all your eggs in one basket. If account, and the way you rotate accounts, let's say that I have 3 accounts and I want a long somewhere in here because I know it's not going to break. So then I can say, okay, I have 3 accounts. Account 1, I can long here and then take a stop. Okay, that's fine. Account 2, I can long here and then take a stop. Okay, that's fine. Account 3, I can long here and oh, it rallies. Cool. All right, close out. Take my profit. Account 1 and 2 and upside down, 3 took its money. So I'm rotating. I traded 1, I traded 2, I traded 3. When 1 takes a loss, it goes to the bottom of the list. When 2 takes a loss, it goes to the bottom of the list. I made money with 3. Now I'm done for the day with 3. The next time I trade 1. If it takes a loss, bottom of the list. And I trade 2. 2 makes its profit and then makes profit off of what it lost. Cool. 2 is done for the day. Now I'm back to 1. So you take the account that takes a loss and put it at the bottom. Save it for later. You take the account that has the most drawdown, you trade it first. That way it can survive the longest. That account flipping strategy is the easiest way to 10x your money in props. Rotating your accounts, I just gave you guys solid gold. You're exploiting the cheap cost of entry versus the reward that you get out of it. It's mathematical. I mean, you know, you don't have to get the market as correct as just a real account. A real account, I do the same thing, I just stage with my risk. I cut my position lower if I'm not that convinced. So you're just basically like, your risk is very low, and then each time, so an example number 2 is pretend on those 3 accounts, one of them has 20,000 a buffer, one has 10, and one has 5. So which one is account 1? Well, the one with the most buffer is the one that has, you take the most hits. So say the one with 20, you lose 5, now you're down at 15. The one at 10, you lose 3, now you're down at 7. The one that's 5, you made 5, cool, it's off the list. The next one you go to is account number 1, it has 15, there's still plenty of room to trade. As the market falls and falls and falls and falls and falls, it doesn't just fall and stay at the bottom. Very often it bounces up, and by the time it's bouncing up, you're rotating in the account that took the first loss, that has the biggest drawdown of all of them. So it can survive the most. You're not full porting these things either. Don't be stupid about it. Just your normal trading. Just don't trade all 20 at one spot. Don't trust people that do that. Trade one account, take your loss. Okay, move to the next account. Where's your next trade? Okay, trade that one, take a loss. Okay, where's your next one? And it's not just long, 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 long. It's whatever you feel like you need to do. This example is just saying long. It's just to make it easier to understand. You may decide to long and you're wrong and you flip short, whatever the case may be. Rotate through your accounts this way. You will see your success rate change and your ROI on props. No guarantees on that. Everyone trades differently. Y'all could be horrible even if you do that. But the goal is, if 19 of your 20 accounts lose 200 bucks and you're down 3,800, only your last account can make 4,000 off of a single 40-point rip in NASDAQ with 5 contracts. You made it all back. So as a baseline understanding, it doesn't even require skill to beat the props. It just requires how far out you spread your accounts and how far you play. Every single day, market's gonna have a V. And at some point, so at some point, the 2 or 3 accounts that make money can offset the loss of the 17 that lose. Your favorite prop gurus have figured that out and showed you they make $1 million trading, quote unquote, by doing that exact thing. They all do it. They all do the same thing. It's exactly how the prop game is played by the people y'all think are millionaire traders. That's how they do it. They just throw money at it till they win. And if you put in 100K and you get $1 million out, they made 900,000 before taxes. I mean, that's... Yeah, no, these people will put 5 MQ on a 50K eval. They'll have, as you heard from the expose over the weekend, you can see certain people have that same yeah. I like the way the S&P is looking though right now. It's still hanging in there. Apex sent out an email talking about a specific unnamed trader who was doing those brute force tactics. I was just the first person to tell everybody that's how I have a whole masterclass teaching prop trading that teaches that very technique. Everybody else out there is just like, oh my God, like that's what everyone's doing. I thought they were good traders. No, everybody just figured out how to game the prop system, and that's how they do it. Is it the best way to trade? Absolutely not. It's a horrible way to trade. You're not going to make money trading a real account doing that, but it's like S&P's falling further and further to the low side. All right, let me cut this down to, let me cut out. All right, I'm gonna take the loss on that. 7,000 in the hole. Yeah, big whoop, no big deal. To get a payout, this isn't a prop account. This is a real brokerage account. Yeah, you can't use those prop strats in the real world, unfortunately. Is Apex code not working? Oh, so that person wasn't trolling earlier? I don't even trade Apex. No clue what's going on there. Let me send him a message real quick. You see. Let me check on that real quick. Let me see what's going on. It could be a glitch. I don't know. Maybe they canned us. Who knows? They would have reached out to me and said something though, so it's probably just a technical thing. I'll tell you one thing. There could be no email coming out about me. Man, I close out. Thing is bouncing. Is it a fault due to the high volatility? Wait, what's going on? They can the Coke as a property, at least. Who knows? We'll look into it real quick. I don't even know. I'm saying one thing will be for sure is going to be an expose about my trading style with them. I don't trade with them. Bum, 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 bum. But yeah, I'm fully flat across the board. Yeah. Let me update you guys. So. Bum, 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 bum. Do a little screenshot here. Yeah. So this is some of a mixed bag day today. Not the best, but could be worse. All right. So these all went down a little bit. Could have been a little bit better, but I'm done. I've closed everything out. So how'd I do? Down was this basically even, up 7, down to 5. So I'm down $3,000. And I can't complain about that though. Getting it wrong, letting it crash out like that. Yeah, it happens. Do we invest in small businesses trying to get off the ground? That we do. That is correct. Yeah, no, I fully flatten everything out. I think a little bit. See how I rotate my accounts? You see how I got, this is another trick, right? Rotating your accounts, not every account took a loss. Like the accounts that took a win, those are off the table, off the table, off the table. These took a loss. Now when I attack the trades again, I'm gonna attack it with this and this and see what happens there. And then once I turn those green, then I'm gonna attack the other ones. That's, you know, I always say, like, Matt seems to always be green by the end of the day. Well, as the market's becoming worse and worse and worse, at the next pivot I can trade from, I'm going to play at the zeros now. So the ones that were, some of them were up and then they kind of went down. But once I made some money, they're off the table. So like that one's off the table. This one's off the table. This one's maybe off the table. Maybe, I don't know. It's not at max profit yet. Yeah. So we'll wait and see if we get better conditions. Nothing's good yet, but I was kind of excited to maybe get a decent long at the bottom here. I think this lower DD band would be great to long from though. Let me double check. Let me see what's going on here. Oops. I do have a feeling our prop scoring website is going to make a lot of enemies in the prop space. There's going to be a lot of people that aren't going to like. The release date's gonna be like in like a couple weeks. Currently going alpha release to our own team in about like next week. So this one, I don't think I'm going to get a good loss. I'm not going to attack it at lower band. I'm going to take the loss and just call it. The trades I took a win, did I trade in the opposite direction? No, the ones that I had made a win on, I had made last night. So last night, I took a short and made whatever I made last night. And I don't trade those in the morning. So the ones that made money last night are pretty much anchored. The ones that I were trading, they just lost. I don't ever trade anything the opposite direction though. So like basically when I entered the day, I had like one account here, I think 2 accounts here, and then this one here were all green. And so the ones I was fighting earlier, they all went red. DD band, buy, maybe. With the volatility the way that it is, what I do is I don't buy at the band, I let it overshoot. And if it overshoots and reclaims and stays here, then I'll get it. I've been trading for 16 years. So with the account rotating strategy, do I keep the trades, keep trading the account? If you take a win, or switch to the next one? Switch to the next one. The idea is you have a list of accounts to check off as many as you can as profit for the day. And so I always start off trading the one with the biggest drawdown because it can lose the most. So by the end of the day, if the market falls and I'm wrong, and falls and I'm wrong, by the time I get to the bottom, I've probably already rotated to the account that took a loss. I can usually get it back to green. So an example, just to show you, like there's a possible long opportunity. I'm not going to take it, but just to show you, like I'm going to simulate what I would do. Is like an example is there can be a bounce right at this lower green band here. What made me short last night was that the market is just bearish in general. And when we gapped down F2, what happened was NASDAQ futures gapped down and was bouncing right here, failing to fill its gap. And so I was betting that the gap wouldn't fill and we were just still bearish. And so I basically was averaging into shorts here, and then we fell to there and I closed out, which is kind of cool. But then I just gave it all back, which kind of sucks. These zones are based on options. So what you're seeing here is the options landscape of the market. We can utilize where options are to give ourselves a framework on where to trade. When you can expect NinjaTrader, we're working on that right now on the back end. So it's got a little bit to go. We just don't have a full date on that. Alrighty. NASDAQ is now bouncing at lower band, which is where that support can be. Question is, should I engage at the play? That's the real question. Do I want to try on S&P? Keeps trying to bounce and it's failing. That's the thing. This is where that bounce point can be. But man, in a normal bull market, I'd be all over this. I'm a little negative. It's kind of brutal. I'm a little hesitant to jump on it. I'm only down like, what was it? 7K. Oh, I took a long trade from here to take the long side. Just a losing day. I mean, you haven't seen one of those in a while. It's been quite an upward journey. So small loss, not that big of a deal. It happens. All the data was bullish out the door. So, which is interesting because I'm a bear, but I mean, we just had nice, strong bull data at the open. I was betting on a clean Arby's play. This was at least 125 points up. And so everything looked good until conditions deteriorated. So we're sitting here about 7-8 minutes in a market open. Conditions just went bad. I fought it a little bit. I added to my position here, trimmed out a little bit here, then decided after all of this just to pull the plug. It's normal. Teeny eeny weeny loss here. 0.2% of the account. Not crying, not mad. Actually add up all the props. I think I'm only down like 2 grand. So this is 5, 10, down 11, 12. Yeah, I'm down like 2 G's for the day. Do I mainly long? Well, I've actually mainly been shorting. So in this environment, I've been shorting a whole lot. Kind of contemplating building. I'm going to take a very small 2 contract position on lower DD band on NASDAQ. And I will do that here. On the overshoot and reclaim. So once this fully flushes out and recovers, I will be willing. Now I might jump in on the main account too. Remember, it's very rare that we break the band and keep going without an event. So if it holds right here and does this, I kind of will play it back to there. Yeah, who knows what's going on. I'll send a message up to Apex. I was talking to the guys at Apex like as early as Thursday, but like I said, we don't really do much with them, so who knows? Just use TPT. TPT is, if you like trailing drawdown, TPT is the way to go. Somebody said 18K to -7, 25, and I handle it like it's nothing. Well, the account size, right? I mean, like, this is the small account challenge is 100K to $1 million. It's all relative to the percentage of the account. On this challenge, I'm actually allowing myself to lose 50% per trade or per day, sorry. Because it's a rapid scaling account, I'm allowing myself to lose that much. All right, do I want to try this here? After the overshoot. It's not because that's how I normally trade. This is a challenge designed to do one thing, to get to $1 million. I'm gonna get to $1 million. Everyone's telling me I should go beat Larry Williams. I don't know, nah. But no, everyone's, the goal is to get to $1 million as fast as possible. So I'm gonna scale up and scale up and scale up. Now that I'm at the halfway point almost, I'm not necessarily like jumping in and like jumping in like that and losing like 200K in a day, not anymore. Now I'm keeping it relatively 20 to 30K per day. Like I went like really quick to get to like a buffer, and now I'm just sort of taking it slow. It's all proportional to the account size. So 30,000 is 1%. or sorry, sorry, 10%. Or not really 10%, but was that 1/14th, so 1/7, just like shit, it's even less than that. So 6%, give or take. It's all relative to the account size. So you're like, oh, I'm taking it like a champ, 25K. Last week I made 100K. Week before I made 100K. No big deal. Me something about my girlfriend's coworkers? No, that's weird. People online make up a whole bunch of stupid shit. The guy that threatened to rape my child made up all kind of dirty, nasty stuff and leaked it all over the internet. You get big, you get famous, everyone starts making up dumb shit. I don't know what's going on with Apex. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I don't have an email that's like, your code is disabled, nothing, so I'm not really sure. No. Not true. They just make up whatever they want. Kellyanne's a loser. Just make shit up for content and you guys gobble it up. You're just supporting a failed trader who makes affiliate dollars. She's mad because she got fired from half the prop firms out there. So she just regurgitating that idiot stuff that published rants up. They made fake spreadsheets too about my performance and all that. It's all made up. You'd think if there was something real there that somebody else would have said something. Somebody real out there would have said something. Weirdos. Look, people say things about everybody. It's not like it's a big deal. They even made up a name of a girl that I never even heard of. That's the weird part. Somebody said I had a girlfriend that was a lawyer, paralegal or something. I never had a girlfriend that's paralegal. It's all 100%. All of that was made up. My girlfriend is an eye doctor. My girlfriend for that was an accountant. My girlfriend for that was my son's mother is also a doctor. Just make up random stuff. A side chick. No, there was a guy that was a small YouTuber that got in a tiff with me trying to promote their stuff on my channel. We had to ban them and block them, and they kept persistently promoting their stuff on our channel. Then it turned ugly. Then they started. I had private eyes, dude. I would go outside my house, and there'd be a guy in a car filming me. There'd be a guy following my son, following my son's mother and him, like when they would go to the store and stuff. Taking photos. Crazy ass dude. I got screenshots of phone calls and text of somebody saying they were gonna like break into my house and rape my child and things like that. Dude, it was nasty. Anyways, I'm not allowed to talk. We went to court. I'm not allowed to talk about it. Let's just say, you know, Unfortunately, because of sealed documents, I can't tell my story. It would immediately absolve me of everything. But let's just say that my suffering is becoming other people's content. Yeah, when my son was a toddler, yeah, sending me pictures of him, yeah. So no, I stood up and defended myself. Then I got legally silenced, so I can't tell my story. But I told my story, you guys would cancel these fucking loony bins in a heartbeat if you knew what I went through. Anyways. Not allowed to talk about what happened. Well, let's just say at the end of it, if I told you who it was, you would go, who? That's what you would say. And if I told you who I am, you would go, I've heard of that guy. And there's your answers to the outcome of all of that. I'm here. Why would you get silenced though? In terms of a settlement, you're not allowed to talk about it. Or documents are sealed. So I can't say what happened. Fortunately, that's how it goes. Jealous competitors. Only traded on stream? I traded on stream, but sometimes I'll make trades in the night. But when I make trades overnight, I'll probably be in Brad's stream in the evenings telling you guys about it. No, it's called the Barbra Streisand effect. Look, if you go out there and you just talk about something, you give somebody visibility. For me, I leverage whatever anybody says into more visibility. Our channel gets bigger every single month. So the Acer sesh has been pretty solid as far as the pivots go. The nighttime has been a little more straightforward, I would say, in the last 2 or 3 months. Previous year, the daytime was more straightforward. Cat active today? I don't think yet. No, not yet. We still got about, I think we're on the edge though with S&P. 66 points from the top. Yeah, actually, no. Actually, you're all right. It is going to be closer to... Yeah, so I'm not engaged in any other trades right now. If we reclaim the DD band, maybe. But I don't really feel it. 66 points off the top from here is going to be... from 30 to 64. There's a cat active of 64, yeah. Right here. But the problem when it comes to some people is they want visibility, right? And so all homeboy does is want me to say his name. It's a YouTube channel nobody watches, nobody's ever heard of. But the last thing I'm ever gonna do is give old homeboy Barbra Streisand. All right, so we got the bottom. But I can't even talk about it anyways. 252. 24.8. 24.780, which is here. Yeah, I'm cat active in both places. The catalyst is active. We don't do any trades below it actively. We just kind of sit out, kind of wait. I'm gonna put this purple line here so you can see it. like... I was gonna short from a higher high. That was my place, but I didn't get it. That's great. I know when I'm wrong. I cut out. Market's still following. My loss is small. This is it goes. Simple as that. To the 100K to 1 million account only traded on stream to see the full thing for viewers. That's not how it works, dude. I can give you the P&L and the broker statement. That's how you get the full thing. But I mean, if opportunities come out overnight, I'm going to trade it overnight. I'll talk about them. Like when Brad's streaming last night, I was talking about my short. On Brad's stream, I'm not going to stream 24/7. The value area, do I factor in the current month value areas, Nick? I don't really use volume profile as much, but while it does show that there is, what's what I'm looking for? Like congested volume at certain levels, I just, I don't use previous volume. Liquidity maps on Rocket Scooter actually will show you future volume. So what this actually shows me where volume is going to congest, like the volume profile where it would be. Liquidity pockets are going to be like tomorrow's volume nodes, as an example. So when we lost liquidity pocket on the S&P and I was like, I'm done, I'm pulling the plug, and I got out of the way. See how far it continued to fall and my loss was small. What I'm very, very, very good at and very known for is how to avoid a loss and knowing when I'm wrong and validating my trade. So that's it. Yes, got annihilated. How to locate liquidity pockets? It's based on, we use options. So basically what we do is we have a series of server computers that pull options data and Greeks and other data that go into the calculation. We filter out where market maker positions are, and then we show where the exposure levels of market makers are. An example, say like this is a whole bunch of things on top of each other, but if I were to show you what's really important, just pay attention to these boxes for right now. Where bull zone and bear zone is what's called a liquidity pocket. Right here and here are periods of high volume and high liquidity. Like S&P has a liquidity pocket right here. As a matter of fact, down inside of here, it's probably going to bottom out in this overshoot. The way that it works as a bull zone is where the algorithm has identified a lot of bears that are long against the house. And these are a lot of, sorry, bulls that are long against the house, and these are bears that are short against the house. This is market makers. Sorry, this is 2 M's. So when there's more bulls long against the house and there are bears shorting against the house, so we identify where market maker positions are so we can identify where the bulls are. The example is if you bought like a million shares of Apple and you saw that there was 10,000 calls of Apple being bought at the same time. Well, it's likely that you longed and a dealer shorted to you, and then they bought the calls to hedge their short. So the dealer has a neutral position. We identify those calls, therefore we identify where the bulls and bears actually are. Makes sense? And so with that, we can see where there's more bulls and bears stationed because we can identify where the dealers are positioned. So bull zone is where there's just more bulls and bears against the house, and a bear zone is there's more bears and bulls against the house. And so the liquidity is in between where the bulls and bears are stationed. That makes sense. That knife, oh yeah. Man, as much as I'm super bearish this market, it was great to see. Well, actually, this is kind of what we wanted to see to start the month off. We had bull indications that immediately went bear, and look, my losses are teeny tiny. Market's collapsing, I was long, and at net, I'm down 2K, right? So the best part about trading is how you lose the right way. Oh, and that idiot that made that video? Yeah, so after I went through that, okay, so let me tell you how it works. Like at the end of everything, right? I had two teams of lawyers fighting the thing off. And so one team of lawyer like severely overcharged me like tremendous amount. So negotiated with them to settle for less because my other team of lawyers were like, we're going to sue you because you overcharged us. We can prove it. And so we got $75,000 off the bill and just paid it in full after that. And then, you know, person making the video committing libel, completely not showing the settlement agreement, which is the actual resolve, and showing my payment receipt, showing me I paid everything off, making false claims. I could sue her too, but she's broke. I'd get nothing out of it, just like the last person. I found out in this world that you can sue people if they don't have any money. It's completely going to cost you money to do it. What's the point? But I appreciate the additional visibility. That's all right. I guess I went and celebrated my amazingly victorious growth last year. The really awesome party. We hit 100K. And cash bought an Aston Martin, bought $1 million house. About to put up 3 Pilates studios. It sucks being broke. Well, where all that money comes from, I guess. Just don't even know where it comes from. I heard somebody say that I took a photo of my car at the dealership. I thought that was kind of cute. If you had the money to be petty, I would. I made that mistake. I had the money to be petty. And all it does is it wastes your time. All it does is waste your time. Court is the stupidest thing in the world. If you can avoid it, avoid it. It's just the cost of doing business. The wealthier you get and the bigger you grow, there's always going to be somebody in your way. There's always going to be some kind of legal issue, some kind of whatever. That's just life. But if anybody's carrying the answer to that, I got $75,000 knocked off my bill if I promise to pay it in full. So that's the actual paperwork, but these little phony balonies like to clip whatever portion of something to make a story out of it, which is actually kind of breaking the law, but as I've learned, you can't get money out of a broke person when you sue them. You can just get liens against their assets, and we've already checked. She owns nothing. She has nothing to her name. So what would I get out of it? I'll just take the free publicity, I guess. But I did step up to defend my family. I had somebody sending weirdos to follow my son and her mother around, and she was freaking out and panicking, you know. So that's how it goes. You guys would all do the same thing. I have a question. What would you do in this chat if somebody said they were going to rape your child and sending you pictures of your kid? Break into your house and do it in front of your family. What would you do? I'm just curious what you guys would do. Would y'all do something about it? How horrible, right? Yeah, so anything that you read about me online 100% revolves around that. Just understand. These fucking fake furus and wannabe traders out there are some sick, disgusting people. Oh, anywho. You make them watch Lance's stream. You sued some dodgy builders and took 3 years in court because they kept saying they were sick. 3rd year you won the case, they still haven't paid. Court sucks. Oh yeah, no, I mean, I've been through that. Yeah, I know how that goes. And somebody said they'd have the up close view of the digestive tract of an alligator. All right. Now I've got the liquidity pocket on S&P. This is a potential long setup, by the way, in this area. Now, again, Catalyst is active. It'd be very scary to trade this. Remember when I said when we lose the green band, if we reclaim, I'd like to be on a long? It's very possible that inside of here, there is some scalping, as much as I am afraid to take this trade. And it's very cold in here. I think it got cold all of a sudden. I don't think I want to jump in and catch a falling knife. We do have monthly hedge pressure on NASDAQ. This is a support pivot. If we hit there, I will be longing from it, by the way. And I know it's catching a falling knife, but I love it's going to be a 40-point stop. I'll lose 10K if I'm right, make 30K if I'm wrong. Lose 10K if I'm wrong, 30K if I'm right. Ooh. The crazy thing is all I could ever do if I go out there and made a video and tell my story, then the entire world would understand. But there are certain things that are sealed that I can't even say, which kind of sucks. But as it's apparent that counterparty is leaking sensitive information to these video makers, then I do have a right to defend myself, to tell my side of stuff. So, but that's all I can tell you guys. I still got to follow the rules. It kind of sucks because they know that I can't say anything. It's kind of like judge's order. Make a Netflix docuseries. Oh yeah. It doesn't bother me though. Most of the stuff that's being said is completely just fabricated. Oh, indefinite. Can't talk about anything. But I'm being provoked to answer questions by the community, then I guess I'll have to answer some questions as much as I can. Terms of settlement. Usually when you have a settlement between a party and counterparty, usually what comes with that is an order for all information pertaining to the proceedings to be sealed. So nobody goes out there afterwards, and it's always undisclosed. Like something was settled for undisclosed amount, blah blah. You're just not allowed to talk about it further. No wonder why most successful traders are private. Ooh, I'm telling you, boy. Once you start making money, getting famous, getting popular, getting whatever, a lot of people out there waiting in the shadows. You should know who the scumbags are, somebody said. Nah, there's no statute of limitations. It's a civil thing. It's a permanent injunction. Kind of flush is this? I know, it's the start of the month. Nah, trust me when I say the way that you win is you do everything you can to keep them from having a spotlight. Don't give people publicity. And they can stay small. And they can watch you get big. That's why you don't tell your wife what you make. Oh yeah, that's funny. What is this? Oh, hold on. What do I got here?
Support area down in here is potential for a long setup, but question is, can I take it? I think if I get a red candle off of this, I might try one position, one account. I feel like it's getting cold outside because I'm starting to get shivery. Is it cold where you guys live? I think it's like really cold where I live. Last night was getting a little chilly. Where is this? Here. Finish. All right.
Market is shit today. Yeah. Is it cold in Florida? Yeah, I feel like it. So this little area right here is where support will be. See how liquidity pocket is where that support is? I told you guys earlier. We look for this as these little pockets as place for the market to support. But it's just too dangerous today to jump in front of this. Nvidia earnings this week, obviously. It's hard to believe this is going to like continue to sell off from here. But I did take a little bit of a loss this morning and then I just cut it. I cut it right here and I'm not bag holding any further. If we rally up from here, the purple line is always at resistance. So be very careful. Here is resistance off of that. It's going to fight inside of here, I think. So oh, what do I got here? Hold on. Hate days like this, but that's okay. Like I've been bear-minded, which is the right place to be, but today was just the wrong setup. But at least I didn't lose too much, which is good. Once I take a loss, I'm pretty quick at cutting it and just kind of getting out of the way. The smartest way to be, and you're not going to get every single day right, but position and risk management's the way to go. You can tell you how you played this after learning from you. How'd you do it? You want to play some cool music? Let's do some music today. It's a chill day. I wish I was in like a better trade though, but starting off the week a little bit under, not that big of a deal. So this is really cool because you know, I kept it light. I did decide to get right back in on it here, but ultimately decided we pulled the plug here as it was trying to hold at the original liquidity pocket here and here. You can see where that market does find support. So I'll tell you today, like I said, what I think that is very possible is that NASDAQ is in here, and I think the MHP would be my better play to play from. That would be the ideal trade setup. The S&P is probably going to hit this and probably going to reject in a second.
Reclaim a DD is a possible long with good ratio like this. Yes, 100%. I don't disagree with that. Let's see what I can grab on here. Can get everything ready to go. I might grab this in a couple of my props, some of the ones that have zeros on them. Man, I'm so cold. All right, I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick, guys. Hang on really tight. We're gonna do a giveaway in a second, though. Those of you that are just tuning in, we do giveaways all the time here on the stream. And not every day is a winning day. However, I'm still up 428,000 in the account, which is cool. Futures desk 75% expires. Still going, still going. All right, ETF. We're gonna type in. Let me clear participants list. Everybody, first and foremost, we'll give away Elite Trader Funding account. Then we'll give away some Lucids. Hold on, let me see what the schedule is. Sorry, don't let me lie to you. We have a schedule now. Let's see, we have a scheduler that lets us know what we're giving away. Every single day it is. I got an ETF, a My Funded Futures, 50K Rapid, and a Tradeify 50K Lightning for today. Ooh, all right. So hang on tight, type in ETF, guys. I'll be right back. We have some new song submissions. Okay, hold on. Somebody said to play their song. What do we got? Dude, somebody brought back the the mat with the French bread. Oh, that's so funny. That's hilarious. What was this one?
You thought I left, I never leave, I just wait. Market closed an hour ago, screen still glowing, won't let go. Two red trades followed the rules, stopped out clean, used the tools. Should be proud, should walk away, but there's a
Wait, you lost your job today? No, what happened, Stu? I'm sorry to hear that, man. This is also what happens when you get to that that area where the VIX is above our contango midpoint. You're gonna get overshoots, undershoots. You're gonna miss a lot of their pivots. Kind of is like, at least better safe than sorry on that one. I'm cool with taking a tiny loss. It could have been big, but that's the first losing. I think it's the first losing day I've had in maybe like 3 weeks on the main account. The song sucks. Playing our own music. We have the critics in the house. They didn't like Mike's song. Okay. I thought it sounded good. All right, hold on. Red Biff makes some good ones. No, so, hey, Dead Chris, that's how you get into the contest. You have to type in the letters. We're gonna do a giveaway!
glass won't fall.
I told myself it's fine, I told myself stand tall, but the truth don't care.
It swallows it all.
One slip and you're tumbling, tumbling. A pebble becomes an avalanche rumbling.
I got addicted to being efficient.
But it broke me slow.
Left me insufficient.
Dude, it doesn't even like... The spinning of the wheel is actually random.
Every box a rush, but the clock kept ticking and my mind turned to mush.
I chased after perfect, but it stayed out of reach. Now I'm drowning in seconds.
Was it worth
Derek Rodina.
Every step was faster. Every breath
You're the first winner
was
today.
tight. But you can't outrun
the shadow of the night?
So now we're gonna take our giveaways and spread them out throughout the day. So that's our first one. We got about an hour left. That was a cute song. Wait, Kevin made one. Kevin said he wanted to play this one. Okay, hold on. That song is worse. Got some critics in the house. All right, so that's done. Congratulations. So we'll do one more in a little bit. We're gonna wait 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Okay, congratulations. You know the drill. Go to the Discord. Link in description below. Stop typing. It's over for now, but in 15 minutes, we'll do one more. Go to the Discord. We'll do giveaways between now and lunchtime, so stay tuned. In my Discord, go to the concerts channel, talk to an admin named Slack, send them a screenshot of your YouTube ID. That way we know that it's you. Send Slacks a screenshot of your YouTube ID. Let them know the email you signed up for, any of your props with. So if you want ETF, let them know which account is yours. So your email that goes with that account. We'll hook you up with your prop account. DD Reclaim, yes sir. I'm not buying the Reclaim, not on this today. That's like heavy metal meets rap meets all kind of stuff. Let's see what else we get here. Gabriel made a song called Kaboom Margin Call. This song sucks. You guys hate, y'all are hating the music today. This reminds me of that one song that was like Matt Cowett, he's my shooter. Wanna ride with Rocket Scooter. The Edge? No, I didn't hear it. Not yet. Y'all have it. Somebody made an AI photo of me looking at Balut and going, bleh. That is too much. So we had a conversation the other day on stream how much I am so scared to eat Balut because it's like, you know, she eats it, dude. They love it. You go to the house, they'll be like, hey, we got Balut. We'll go over there. They're all sitting around the table, like cracking it open and eating it. And every time I've gotten close, I'm like, I look at that little duck and he's looking back at me like this. I'm like, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I know, man. I can't. It's a mental block. I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you see the duck. It's just looking at you like, please don't eat me, sir. Like, oh, I don't know I can do it. So I've never done it. I can't get over the mental block to do it, but they love it. So I've never tried it, even though I hear it's really, 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 really good. I feel like it. So made a Balut Frenzy song.
I love to eat Balut. I love to eat Balut. I love to eat Balut. Duck egg.
What did he look at you like? No, I'm gonna do it again.
She's the best I've met. She's feeding me something I haven't finished yet. It's tasty and it's savory. I'm craving that Balut. Crack the top and get in there. I'm seeking out the loot. So don't be a
Seeking out the loot. Oh god. Oh, by the way, so doesn't and speaking of loot and goop, doesn't Expedition start today? So I'm gonna reset my my raider. Oh, didn't we get a patch tomorrow too? Don't we get like a new We get a new arc and a new map tomorrow, or a new arc? The what's it called? The Firefly. What do y'all think it's gonna be? Somebody said it's a scorpion looking thing. If it's a flying fireball, oh, I'm gonna be pissed. If it's like kamikaze fireballs, oh, I'm gonna be so mad. You know what I'm saying? Like the rollers that now they're gonna fly at you and blow up. Oh, I'm gonna be so mad. They better not do that. Seems like maybe something that spits fire. Somebody leaked something that said it's like a scorpion, and the scorpion tail can shoot 360 degrees. So maybe it just sounds like a Bastion that can shoot in all directions. I'm kind of pissed. That sounds hard. All right, y'all want to play some better music? All right, we'll do more giveaways in a little bit. Like I said, we are bouncing near this pocket. It's still too kind of dangerous to engage in a trade here. There is the DD band reclaim, which I can take a long off of, technically speaking. I think today is one of those days I kind of want to just sit out and gauge the rest of it. I probably won't be doing much else. Today was the biggest stream that we've had in a very long time, so I'm glad we have a lot of people tuning in every day. A lot of first timers, a lot of new folks waiting here to watch the Million Challenge. Not every day is gonna be a winning trade, that's part of it, but losing with grace, that's really how traders last. You know, I think I went on like 3 weeks or so I didn't lose a trade. Last week I had 100k profit, the week before I had 100k profit. This day I'm down 7k. It's not a big deal. And so hopefully as I continue to grow this account, you guys can watch full transparency journey, wins, losses, the whole thing. Very, very, very good at position management, risk management, trading from the right spot and sitting out when I'm wrong. One of the things about these purple lines is automatically you should probably sit out when you're below the purple line. It's a trick called risk interval, and so risk interval is based on CME margin requirements. When the price moves a certain distance, there's an accelerated risk range. As soon as you break through this line, it's measured off of the top right here from the first wave of the move. That spot, there's this table that we have that gives you these distances, and they're basically based on CME span, which is a program that sets margin requirements based on distributed risk and position portfolio risk in the market. So that exact spot where it's purple, you will see that volume starts to randomly pick up and get bigger. Do you see how like the minute we pass, volume spiked up? What happens is that accelerated risk range, risk acceleration causes additional hedging. The minute you start to pass through this, you can see how there's volume due to that exact calculation. See how exact it is? Once you break through it, volume is sporadic and kind of different. You see how volume is in decline up until that point, and then volume's actually increasing. Volume is in decline up until that point, volume's increasing. So everybody here, right, can y'all see the difference between the volume? Normally volume declines through lunch and then picks back up towards the end of the day. But everybody here, you can see like a line in the sand, there's a change in the volume. Right? That exact point causes that. And so on the other side of that, we try not to engage in the market on the other side of that, just because it becomes a little more sporadic and dangerous. People are getting flip-flopped margin calls. And as you see, the market now becomes unusually volatile with volume. And so because of that, you know, once I took my long and then I got invalidated, I just got out of the way. And now the market's going to do a bunch of random stuff, and I'm not really susceptible to it. It was a good play. But sometimes you just squeeze out. Got a haircut in 20 minutes. Bro, you know what happened last time I went to get a haircut in April? I missed out on hundreds of thousands of dollars of Trump tweets. I'm in the seat with my barber talking to him about trading, and I'm like, yeah, the market's crashing due to, you know, tariffs and stuff. He's like, yeah, I hear about it, man. How's that going? I'm like, oh, dude, crazy market. I was like, let me show you what the market's doing. And I open up my phone and it's up 10%. I'm like, what the heck? And we're like literally sitting there getting a haircut. Because I wasn't a long, by the way, and I closed out that long to go get a haircut. I was buying the dip for a scalp, kind of like today. Then out of the blue, Trump rescues the market, and I'm like, oh, that was like hundreds of thousands of dollar haircut. You were in the barber chair at the same time? You were too? Oh, dude, we were both getting haircuts? Yeah, I'm like showing him like, here's the crashing market. And he's like, dude, 10%. I was like, yeah, 10%. What? Oh my God, that's crazy.
Ooh, all right, guys, don't forget, giveaway in about 10 more minutes. Ooh. I ain't even mad when I try to grab a dip and the market falls as much as it did, and I just got a tiny little scrape. No big deal.
Never giving up, no matter the grind. Ride the train, wings, I'm out of my mind. Future's calling, can't ignore the sound. Fly with rocket scooter, we'll glory bound.
All right, guys. Well, I'm telling you, if you guys have used our, you know, in light of like recent events with Apex, you know, it seems like there's a lot going on over there, especially when it comes to like what happened with the influencer thing, whatever. There's just a lot in the news there. If you guys did use our code for Apex, apparently somebody says it's not working now. I don't know. Apex has been sort of like trying to whittle down their affiliate program, but they would probably have told me if something happened. But in the meantime, just use Take Profit. It's better. Apex ranks at like a low 8 on our scale, which is at the top of the medium tier accounts. It's not even in the upper tier. Anything between 8 and 10 is upper tier. Take Profit is a high 9s. Take Profit is better in like almost every category. Just use that if you want to trade the same style of account. There's no risk of payout denials with those guys for sure. I don't know what I don't know. Somebody reported that the Apex code isn't working today, but nobody said anything to us. So in the meantime, just Take Profit's the way to go, I guess. For first time funded user, it just depends on like, you know, what your trading style is. I can tell you for a lot of people, the easiest and best place to start in the prop game is probably with My Funded or with Top Step before Top Step started getting weird. And so I tell everybody that My Funded Futures is probably the best place to start. It has a whole variety of end of the day drawdown account types. And I don't just say that because I work for them. I actually work for them because they're the best one. The reason they're the best is between My Funded Futures and Take Profit, they rank as the 2 highest accounts. Lucid is probably coming in as everybody's 3rd favorite. And then Funded Next Rapid is probably like the 4th favorite now. Yeah, unless you hedge accidentally, then TPT will fail your account, so don't do that. Somebody says, do I think Apex sucks for going after somebody? Are they justified? We still don't know who Apex was talking about. Again, social speculates. I don't like to speculate. Not my place to do so. I don't know. I mean, it's good for them to be transparent along those lines, but is it really like apropos for a company to do something like that in a business sense? In regards to transparency, it seems like a preemptive strike to prevent something from happening they struck first. Why would a company need to do that? Well, it sounds like there was a bitter conversation behind the scenes we don't get to see. Doesn't make any sense for Apex to make a preemptive jump like that, but it means it can happen to anybody, I guess. They shouldn't single out only one influencer. They're all doing it. This is what I'm telling you, Technical. I agree with that. They're all doing it but me. I don't trade Apex, so. I did put out a poll the other day that asked what you guys thought of Apex, and Apex was only 7% of people liked them, and like 50-something% of people said hell no or outright scam, and so maybe that pissed them off. Who knows? I'm making jokes. I don't know. But they're really. Should they call out every influencer? Well, there you go, right? That's the question of the hour. I think if you're selling a product, it's kind of required by law that you're transparent about your, you know, anything you do to solicit a sale on a product. They're required by law to be truthful. What's FTC regulation? If you just post a payout and don't post your pay in and you say that your payout is profit, you're breaking the law. And if the prop firms just step up and kind of blast people for that, I can't say no. That'd be a bad thing. So he said, repeat that, breaking the law. FTC regulation. You can't go out there and say, buy this vitamin, it cures cancer. Let's see, FTC will be all over your ass. In trading, they've sued a lot of people in trading. Ross Cameron from Warrior Trading. Was it Jeff Bishop, Jason Bond, those guys too? For misrepresenting their gains in a sales pitch to sell a trading educational course and product. Remember Jason Bond, eat, sleep, and trade. I used to be a Spanish teacher. Then I fell out of bed and bumped my head on the ground and woke up a stock market guru. Somehow overnight math genius. Que paso? Join me in my quest to become a millionaire, eat, sleep, and trade. Trade over the weekends, baby. You remember that shit? Remember that guy? He was a Spanish teacher before that. I said que paso. Yeah. Donde está la biblioteca? I love when these guys just bump their head and magically figure out the stock market. Boing. Oh. I figured it out now. Buy my course. Yeah, no, they got sued by the FTC. All these people did. That was like a decade ago. Ogato en los pantalones. You showed me, you made $70,000 this month. Yeah, well, technically 72,000. You showed me a pay stub, you make a 72,000. I quit my job and work for you now. I thought that was weird. He quit his job right on the spot. Call when he's selling children's furniture. He was like, Murray, or what? Hey Murray, I quit. Ross Cameron got half of America into trading. He kind of did, yeah. You're gonna follow the bet tonight and bump your head. Oh, 100%. The blue line is hedge pressure. So hedge pressure create. Oh, we have to do giveaways for boot camp. Oh yeah. That's right. We have 4 boot camps to give away today. Let's do that. Everybody, y'all can come to our day trading boot camp. It's free for you for the first month. Come to every single class we do starting in March. Type in free class if you haven't done. Hey, oh yeah, Paulie. Hey, Paulie, I quit. Wasn't his like father-in-law he's working for or something? If you subscribe to Pro Plus, can you use the software and tools on NinjaTrader? Not yet. We're building in the NinjaTrader right now, though. But anyways, if you guys in the interim, you're looking for an alternative to Apex, take profit ranks. On our scale, the way that it works, and you'll notice whenever the scoring system comes out, is that our scale is from 5 to 10. We've normalized it to be from 5 to 10. That way nobody gets a 0. But I'm going to tell you what it looks like. It looks like this. Like that. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to draw this a little better. Anybody that is an 8 or lower is down here in the shit pile. So if your firm is ranked as an 8, you're down here. Between 5 and 8, you're basically just which one's less dog shit. The scale is designed that between 8 and 10 is really to separate the winners from each other. Like, who are the best winners? So when our prop scoring model comes out, anything above 8 is seen as really, 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 really good. So these are all your S tier prop firms. Anything between like 7 and 8 is like B tier. You have like A, anything like between 8 and 9 is A, anything between 9 and 10 is S. Anything between 7 and 8 is like B, and then 5, 6, and 7 is like F, and then D. So any firm that ranks as an 8 on our scale essentially is very close to the shit pile, but it sort of like starts to be a parabolic to really separate out. So the difference between like a 9.8 and 9.2 is not a lot. It's just the number is much bigger. The difference between a 6 and a 6.2 is pretty big. They just don't gain a lot of points. But anything below 8 is usually a platform you're going to avoid. So that's kind of what they'll look for. I'm not going to say that on the website just to tell you what to do or what to pick, but just so you guys know when the scoring comes out. Take Profit ranks in the high 9s. So it's one of the best firms out there. The website is going to come out for alpha next week for our own moderators and admins to look at. After we do our final revision there, it's going to go to Rocket Scooter members who get to use it next. And then do an open beta with the group. Sorry, a closed beta. And then an open beta with you guys on the stream who aren't members. And then after that, we'll start marketing it. Wait, your super chat? No, I saw it. Oh, your giveaway song. Wait, no. What song is it? I was trying to play it earlier. I thought I played it. Liquidity. What's the name of the song? I thought I played it. The most recent in the channel? The Rocket Scooter Summer or what? Which one was it? Oh, you just posted it. Maybe you posted it earlier. Hold on. So Bootcamp is a series of 20 videos that we have that allow you to learn kind of the day trading style that I have. People have said that the Bootcamp is probably the most substantial things that they've ever done here with our group. Let you know, last year I won 2 big trading competitions. Our team got 2nd place in the Tradeify competition. So we do pretty well as competitive traders here. We have a lot of people in the prop system. We have a lot of people trading real accounts. It's a mix of everything. If you'd like to read the reviews on kind of what the bootcamp is, it's one of the better things we've ever done, I think. It's only $20 for 20 classes, $1 a class. I don't really believe in selling mentorships or selling courses. That money goes to pay salaries here. I don't make $1 off of the classes. I basically do it for free. And I love teaching traders, and you can see that the reviews are all here. People that have taken the class have had tremendous amount of things to say. Been doing it for a couple years. And I think it's part of the reason our things started going viral, because people are wondering how there's such a substantial day trading course out there that doesn't charge you $10,000 a seat. I'm a successful trader. You keep your money. I don't need your money. I need to get other streamers this bot. It's a YouTube thing. It's going to be hard to do that. It's a masterclass on how markets work behind the scenes. Very much is. So if you guys, we do the lives in March, but you don't have to do the lives. The videos are pre-recorded, and the lives are just us watching the videos together. If you win this, you can have you can have your first month free access. You can go watch all the videos for free. It's rare that someone says, I'm successful, so I don't charge for good for you. Well, you know, we built this trading platform and our tools, you know, it supports a big business. We have 24 employees now, plus a whole bunch of new folks. Well, I guess actually more than that, plus 3 more for the prop website. So I get up to 27 now. And we're a pretty big company, so we support, you know, a lot of people's livelihoods. But I believe trading education is something that if you're learning as a student, the last thing you need to be doing is chunking half of your money at some mentor saying, trust me, bro, like I'm the most transparent trader out there. I could probably have the highest price tag out there, and I feel that I have an ethical obligation to not charge money for education, just like a school. Like, I should subsidize that. You guys are still learning. You know, I think it's important that if you're a successful trader, that you can leverage that in other products. Like, I'm not an angel here. I'm not a charity giver. I mean, Rock Scooter does make a significant income for us. Yes. So, you know, but education portion of that, I think the education should not be a high dollar amount, because that's when somebody is the least. Okay. So it's a good song. Kyle, I like that song. Education is the place where somebody's the most, I would say, desperate to get ahead. And when somebody's the most desperate to get ahead, they're paying to learn. They're the most gullible and easily able to be manipulated, and people will just milk them dry, dangling a carrot. So the new prop site, we have we've appointed the people that are going to be working on it, and they'll be starting with us when we get the alpha going. And then as we start to expand and grow, then we'll see what the best course of action is, like how many people we need to go forward. Good song, man. I like that song. Notice how below the Catalyst active line, I'm not taking trades here. I'm just sitting out and just taking it easy. How many people is that? Wait, one. So Derek won the giveaway, I think, this morning. Wait a minute. So that's okay. 3 more. We'll do 1 more. And you guys can sign up now and watch the videos, and it's all updated on the website. Yeah, so early March is the expectation. Well, we're gonna release it in stages, so you guys will be able to like play with it as we so we're doing an alpha, which is essentially released to our heads, to our employees, to our trusted members who do feedback with us. Like we'll pick some people from the member base if they want to be part of the alpha. It's not for your personal use. Alpha is more like we want your feedback to help us design it perfectly. Beta is where you get to go play with it and then tell us how it sucks or what you like or what you don't like. So there'll be closed beta and then open beta. So closed beta will be just for members only. We'll talk about it in Discord. Open beta, we'll release it to the stream, and then full launch, we'll release it to the public, announcing it on socials at that point. Am I taking any more trades today? I was contemplating long at MHP this morning, but I think that in this environment, probably not. I'm gonna take my small loss and walk away. When you add it up, I think I'm down like 2,000 bucks. I can't complain getting it wrong, longing, and then just getting out of the way. Ain't a big deal. I made about 18K last night, and then I gave back 25 today, so I netted 7 on the big account. Some of my props made money, the rest of it lost, and so as you see, I split up my risk a little bit. Some things doing okay, some things not. That's just the course of doing business in props. I think we go lower from here. It's very possible, yeah. I think we go lower for the rest of the month, actually. I just was trying to be cheeky by getting a long and then going short, but it looks like the market had different plans for us. All right. We got a MyFunded Futures account to give away. You guys are going to love that. You guys understand MyFunded Futures is one of the top ranked prop firms in our scoring model. So just to let you know what everybody's scores are. Hold on. MyFunded Futures, Rapid. Hold on, wait a minute. is currently, now again, we haven't put all of our partners in there, but between My Funded Futures, Take Profit, Tradeify, Apex, Funded Next, Infidious, the My Funded Futures Rapid 150K looks like, is that 150K? Is the highest ranked one. Then the 100 Rapid is the second highest. Take Profit. Pro is the third highest. 150K. Pro 50K is the fourth highest. Rapid 50, My Funded is the fifth highest. So My Funded and Take Profit are the two top. Funded Next Rapid is below that. Oh, it's different. So Funded Next Rapid is below that. Tradeify Lightning is below that. And then 8 and below. Actually, Apex is coming in at like 7s and 8s. So Apex's highest ranked account is an 8.03. When I told you 8 is the top of the barrel for dog shit. So anything like 8 and below is, you're going to avoid it. Anything 8 and above is good. So half of Apex's stuff is below 8. Some of it's like barely at 8. So Apex is like right on the cusp there. And so we don't really have many firms that are, because we didn't put in anything other than the bigs that are on the shit side of the scale, but we will. As soon as we populate all hundreds of firms out there, you're going to see what's good and what's bad. But oh, I don't want to hear the P&L song. I want to hear 8.3, one trade. Everyone knows the rules. There you go. Oh, I've set it to MFFU. Sorry. MFF. Type in MFF. My bad. Remove the U. My bad. MFF, guys. MFF. All right, type it again. MFF. So it looks like our code isn't working right now on Apex. So if it's not TPT, that's your alternative. Until we figure out what's up.
Maths teaching discipline like a battlefield general. Meanwhile, I'm emotional and highly unprofessional. Chat screaming, wait, bro, but I still slap that ass. Instant regret, now I'm emotionally trashed. If discipline's a sword, mine's a butter knife. If patience is a lifestyle, I need a new life. But one day soon I'll be a calm sensation. 'Cause legends are born in Scooter Nation. Scooter Nation, stand your ground. Where patience is ammo and risk is the battleground. We fight the charts, we fall, we rise. And EST is always true until it lies. Until it lies.
Okay, guys, MFF, type it in. All right, so I guess for the rest of the month, we're just giving away one account of each. Normally we do a lot more, but we're splitting them up to finish up February. Terpogs, you are the winner of My Funded Futures giveaway account. I think it's a 50K rapid. That's correct, 50K rapid. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Okay, we've got about 5 more minutes and we'll do another one for Tradeify. So hang in there for a minute. Don't go anywhere yet. Why did this subscriber participate? What does that do? We'll do one more in about 5 minutes. So I have to get out here and go to My Funded TV. This was great, man. We had a huge turnout today. Really appreciate you guys being here. Do I want to long the liquidity pocket on NASDAQ? Like, I'm like, do I want to do it? Kind of. But Catalyst is active though. Yeah, they make it only green text to enter. Yeah. YouTube has a thing against subscriber only giveaways though. They're very much like a giveaway has to be, because YouTube is very much like not the Twitch culture. YouTube wants you to like support the YouTube culture of everything's free to the public. Their terms and conditions make it very clear that you can't like buy raffles to get in. So just for sake of the sanctity of that, I've made it to where, you know, we can't do subscriber only giveaways via YouTube. We can only really do it in the Discord. So if I'm like, you guys can only enter this drawing if you buy Rocket Scooter, and I had that drawing on YouTube, they kind of get mad at you. Do you get early access, Adam? Yeah, so those of you guys in Discord, the way it's going to be is when we do the alpha, we'll take a couple people that want to help us tweak and tailor it. Once we get out of the the next release comes out this next weekend, our mods, our employees, our channel mods, our mods in the Discord, our employees at Rock Scooter, etc. We're all gonna have access to the alpha, and the alpha is gonna be about designing it to like getting it done. We're gonna meet, talk about it, come up with ideas, and really just tailor it. It's not for public use yet. So basically, everyone's just staring at my vision, right? But it may not be the best vision. So we're gonna get everybody together to discuss that. Now, we might open some invites to people that are very, very, very trusted members. It's not to use it, it's to give us feedback and do work. So if you do want to volunteer for the alpha, I'll put out some feelers, like maybe we need like 10 people for the alpha, and then you'll get access to it and all that, and you can play with it. And yeah, like Charlie, yeah, you're in. Charlie, I know you'll be good for it. And the idea is to help us come up with some ideas that can make it better. And then after that, then we release it to just the members in the beta. And on that, everyone will have access to that. That's a paid member of Rocket Scooter. And then from there, you guys play with it and give us feedback, what you hate, what you like, what we can change. And then we change it. And then we do open beta, which will be announcing it on the stream. Everybody on the stream can play with it. Then we do the final tweaks, and then we start marketing it. So yeah, Frank. Yeah, like those of you guys that have been around for a little bit. The alpha. Yeah, I'll make an announcement like And it's a real, in reality, the alpha means you're going to work. You want to put in some work. You really want to have a say in it. You want it to be the best thing that can. You want to put your, oh, okay, chat. By the way, don't forget, when I go to My Fun and TV in about 20 minutes, when we come back, Neon will be streaming the afternoon. Have you guys liked Neon streams? Oh my God, he's so good. We found the perfect afternoon streamer. He's great. So today, remember Friday, he had his lighting ceremony. We got to see his awesome neon lighting in the background. Now he's doing his official show logo reveal. That's awesome later today. So we'll get to see how that turns out. That'll be cool. Deanna and Brad both are good. I agree, man. They're crushing it. Okay. Our stream's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger by the day. And I love it. I love seeing it. Okay. One more if we get out of here. We got to do Tradeify Lightning, I think it is. Whatever the case may be, clear it up, type in Tradeify in chat. We got one more before we get out of here. I know I'm cramming them all in at the end. We're out of time here. 50K Lightning at Tradeify. Excited to see it. Come on, you market legends. Let's see it. Type it up. This market doomed from here? What do y'all think? It's gonna get worse from here or better from here today? I'm cool with not doing anything. I'm happy chilling. I'm happy just letting it vibe out. I'm kind of excited, but also nervous to Expedition. You know what's funny? Yesterday I was running around on Arc Raiders Jam Battlegrounds. Matriarch was going on. Or Harvester was going on. And I like to use the Harvester event to go loot because everyone's doing the Harvester thing and the Queen. Turn around and go loot. It's a minor map event, so there's not increased loot. But I found a Raider cache right underneath the admin building, the one by the stairs. I got a Venator blueprint. That's what I didn't have. I'm expeditioning today, and that's my gun. So the universe was like, you're gonna give me the blueprint I needed right before I send my Raider off into the void and start over. iDoc is literally a repository of like, her entire account is stuffed full of all my gear to give myself back when I go back to playing. So I have like one of everything. I have enough to level up all my workbenches again. I have enough, pretty much every blueprint to re-up everything. So, level 1, here we come. All right, type it in. Who are my raiders out there? I'm curious. How many guys are raiders? It's pretty addicting. Like, this will be your second expedition. Okay, cool. So me and Simon can start over. You start with your recommendation. It's fun, right? We get that. I guess we get that big Scorpion arc comes out tomorrow. Exciting to see. And it's not this release. It's the next release that gets a new map. You know what I heard the developers talk about? Part-time trader, full-time raider. Let's go. So I heard the developer, man, the wheel is not spinning. It flies, it dies, baby. So what I heard one of the developers say, I haven't seen the new Lucid platform yet, not yet. Congratulations, man. You are the winner of the True to 50K Lightning. It didn't even spin. It just went right to the end. Okay. So somebody said, you know, the big barons, like the big ones that are walking around the background of Bluegate. All right. So one of the developers said, I wonder what they look like on the inside. And I think the new event, maybe not this one, but the next one, that the map is going to be you inside of one of the barons. Like maybe that the point of the map is to sneak to the inside and you're inside of a thing that's moving around and you can look out the window and you can see yourself moving. That would be pretty sick. So I think that one of the newer maps is going to be you inside of a giant arc that's like a big spaceship. It kind of would probably feel like Stella in a way. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's it for the giveaways. Y'all can stop typing. That's it. We're going to go to My Fun at TV, but when we get out of here, so I'm doing My Fun at TV from 12:30 until 1:30 Eastern. As soon as that's over, come back over here. Neon will be doing a ton of giveaways for you guys. Hanging out live, trading his big reveal today of his new logo and other stuff. Man, we've been clearing like more. This is the biggest we've ever been. Our channel is as big as it's ever gotten. We're getting bigger every day. So appreciate you guys being here, giving us all the love that you give us. Bigger and bigger and bigger. I love it. Thank you guys. If NinjaTrader's not ready yet, you can use on our platform. So we give you a charting platform to use our stuff on. You can just put this on the side of your NinjaTrader, which you can keep off to the side and keep our platform in front of you. Ooh, thank you for being transparent. Yeah, of course. That's important. Whether you win or whether you lose, you guys get to see the whole thing. I'm going to talk you through it. Talking you through my justification, my fears. The whole time I'm like, ugh. You know, I'm like, we lost it. I don't think I'm still a believer, but the data's gone against me. Let me cut out. And I cut out. And then market died and took a loss. You guys can see how I manage it. I don't think it's bots. I think it's people that are watching with the sound turned down. Watch this. Watch. Let me show you guys something really funny. Watch. It's just people that are. It's just people that are. It's half of it's bots, half of it's trolling. Like we troll each other like that. Like I was in Neon stream the other day, and Victor was typing something, and I typed it in too. Watch this. Watch this. Watch. Nobody do anything. Just watch. Watch when I type this. Watch what people do. They're just not listening or they don't speak English. Let's see if that triggers a bunch of people typing it. Usually that's what you see. Lort. PT. See, you don't have people are trolling. You never can trust people in this damn chat. Watch this. Ready? If I say the word stop typing, people are gonna still type. If I write the word stop typing in stream though, that's an experiment, right? People won't usually stop typing. The culprit is most people are listening with the sound off. So they see other people typing. So like, shit, I gotta type. We did this experiment. There's a lot of people in there like, oh yeah, I just watch with the sound off. See, See, look at that. Hawk Trades. I saw you type that and I knew something was up, so I unmuted because I'm at work. See, I told you. Most people are at work when they watch us. That's what's happening. It's not really bots. Some of it might be bots. I don't know. We can't control that, but for the most part, it's a bunch of people just seeing other people do it, so they jump in as well. We did a cool little experiment to prove that the other day. I got the Catalyst song going. Anyways, you're listening to me, but bad English. Yeah. See, that also is the case. Yeah, it's okay. We realized that, you know, our engagement's real because, as you see, well, you can't see it's behind the balloons. I got the YouTube 100K plaque, and YouTube doesn't give that out if you have fake engagement, so we know that it's real. Type TBT if you're a bot. Y'all are funny. Well, it looks like I'm down like 2 or 3K today. If you add all this up, not that big of a deal. It is a losing day so far. I might, if I get lucky, see some better conditions later. Lower liquidity pocket on S&P 6828 is a possible long entry. With Catalyst active, I really don't care too much about it. Nasdaq is trying to hold this area. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Okay, guys, you guys know I'm the host of My Funded TV's Lunch Money with Matt session. Same things we do here, but just gonna be on another stream. You guys are welcome to join me over there. We crush it.
It can be really slow to get this started.
You have the link there for this. I'll be there in about 5 minutes. You guys are still typing TPT. I'm telling you, that's how it works. There's the link. Thank you, Kevin, for posting it. Love you, man. Click that link. I'll be live there for the rest of the afternoon. Now y'all are typing BBC. See what I'm saying, man? When somebody types something, they make everybody else type it. Oh, dude, there's a million spam fake accounts on Twitter, Discord. It's never, yeah, I'll never message you guys, like, ever. So that's never me talking to you. If you stay here for another hour, there'll still be people continuing to type. Tell you, man, once you get it going, it doesn't stop. I kind of like, as much as I don't want to touch this, I kind of just like, I had the trigger finger. I'm gonna wait for a better opportunity, maybe tomorrow. Shrouded Sky update: the hurricane strikes Arc Raiders next day. I know, man. We're all gonna run around dodging fireflies together. Don't forget, in an hour we'll be back here. Neon will be streaming live with the brand new logo reveal, and excited to have that with you guys. But man, click that link, go to My Funded TV, drop some rockets in chat. Not OPP. I was like, y'all are typing stuff. I was like, if I type OPP or you know me, get down with OPP. Just watch everybody just copy what I type, right? Just do something. You down with OPP? TPT, yeah, you know me. All right, everybody go here. We'll be live and hang out. I'll be going out of here in about 2 minutes till the song is over. I start streaming at 8:30 in the morning, pre-market. Have a whole team of people that stream all day. Neon, our streamer, comes on an hour from now in the afternoon, and then he finishes up. Then we have an Asia session streamer, Brad. He's fantastic as well, carrying the nighttime sesh. Small loss today. Can't cry about that. Can't win them all. You know, keeping it light. Market's still flushing. The greater bear market's still there and still a thing, but I walk away with barely a scrape to the knee. I can't even complain. Can't win them all, but transparency is what we do, and we promise you guys, as you stick around, that's what you're going to get. All right, we'll see you later. Go to MyFunAtTV. I love y'all. Y'all have a good one.